We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search for you, stay lost. Search for you, stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around.
world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You'll always be my broken love. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost.
Search for you, stay on.
We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too
again. So stick around. So stick around.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I want. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Good morning, well, good afternoon to some. Good morning, good afternoon. How y'all doing? Did you guys get some good rest last night? I hope so. My goodness, these streets were on fucking fire. They're still on fire right now. I guess we could say they're smoldering. they're you know, just kind of like a big cloud of smoke at this point. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. Skip to my loot. Thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate that. Thank you for showing love. Don E, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate that. Thank you for showing love as well. And Annie Banani, member for 5 months. Absolutely enjoy your content. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Let me pop this StreamYard link up here. We're you know, just consider yourself sitting around the table having coffee with your friends, you know, talking shit. That's what we're about to do. We're going to talk about all the things, all of them. Blank Screen says, big organized crime organization over here at the coffee table. We're going to have us a cappuccino table because I don't drink coffee. I think it's fucking gross, but that's my personal opinion now. Don't be don't be hating, be mad at me now. I know I got coffee drinkers in here. I'm a cappuccino drinker. Allegedly. In my opinion. That will be before you, when you come up on panel, make sure you pause your YouTube first, but make sure when you say or make a statement of any kind that you say it's in your opinion, your thoughts, etc. Also, this channel is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not show hate to anyone mentioned in this live stream or anyone talked about in this live stream. I encourage everyone to be very nice on these YouTube streets. And I also encourage everyone to stay away from the people who do not want contact. I'm not going to tell you who to support or what to support, but if they don't want, certain folks around, stay away from them. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let me pop this screen up, baby, and I got you. Hey, Green-Eyed PI, how are you, baby?
Hey, Queen, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, afternoon. First off, allegedly, in my opinion, and allegedly again, in my opinion, I'd like to say that I find it funny that after Betty goes to court uh, and loses, and Seth loses his mouthpiece, that all this comes out. I feel like this is a payback and revenge. I feel that it is baseless, uh, in my opinion, allegedly. And that's what I have to say about it, because you're going to talk about 50 people, 50 creators, and you got two creators that are in Pennsylvania, and one of them has hasn't done. You can't put anything on. I'd like to see the evidence, because this case, if the DA has to decide, and in my opinion, allegedly, I don't think that a federal is not going to go federal. RICO, this is not P. Diddy.
Yeah.
This is not a P. Diddy case. It can't be RICO. Right? I mean, come on.
How long has Andrea been talking about this? Criminal enterprise, criminal organization. How long has she been saying this?
Well, if they say that both sides, to me, then have a criminal organization.
Well, I
Because
think it's
there are people on both
insanity,
sides.
in my opinion.
So, yeah, in my opinion, allegedly, and all that good stuff, allegedly, in my
Yep, people need
opinion.
to do their own research, form your own
Right, do
opinions.
your own research. But what I'm saying is, the people that go after the Proudfoots, are they not a criminal organization, in my opinion, allegedly? Are they not doing the same thing? So I don't
Well,
believe
I mean,
that this
I
would
guess
go
it's all in.
federal. This is not P. Diddy. It's
Yeah,
not
I
money.
know. I know. Andrea said that this was federal. It is not. It is a state civil
No,
case.
the DA, but the DA has got to hear it first.
What do you mean the DA has to hear it first? It's filed in
Well,
Pennsylvania, not federal.
yeah, it's filed, but the DA is going to have to decide what he wants to do.
Well, that's not. I don't think that's how that works. I mean, if you want to file in a federal court, or you file in federal court. If you want to file in the states that you live in, or where that they live in, or whatever, you file in that state.
Okay, you can file it, but has the DA accepted the case?
Well, they signed off on it. I mean, somebody signed off on it, didn't they? Let me see. Let me go look. Let's see here on this one. This one's 18 pages. I don't see. Yeah, there's no signature on this one, but this is the order at the bottom. But I don't see any
Right.
judge signature on here. But I don't think the judge signs it until after they review it and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When I put in,
But I mean, okay. So
uh,
once you file a lawsuit, they have to. Okay, so this is when someone from this is how it works here in my experience, and this is my experience that I'm speaking on because I went through this, I live this, and I can speak on this. So in Illinois, I don't know how it is in Pennsylvania, and I can't speak on that because I don't know. But I know here in Illinois, once you're served, legally served, you then have 21 days to either hire an attorney. Hey, B Tim.
What's up?
Nothing. You have 21 days to hire an attorney and answer the lawsuit.
correct.
You can either do pro se or you can hire an attorney. Either way, but you then have 21 days to answer that.
Right. Now, what I'm saying is, it's filed, but until the DA goes over it and a judge, then you don't know. I mean, I don't
think
see any
DA
signatures.
Well, there is no DA because it's not a criminal case.
It's a civil case. That's my understanding. They're trying to bring, like, they basically.
So, like with me and Betty, it's me against Betty, Betty against me. Like she filed a lawsuit on me, I filed a countersuit on her. There is no DA involved. It's a civil suit. It's not a criminal case. See, if it was a criminal case, we would have a judge, a DA, and a criminal defense attorney.
Yeah.
Okay, but listen to this. When you have a RICO case, isn't that criminal?
But it's a civil, like he's trying to make like a claim that this is part of a organization that is doing criminal like a corporate entity doing criminal activities. My understanding, I'm guessing it, and he's trying to claim, and he's pursuing it through civil matters or something like that, I guess.
Because I was hearing her say criminal organization, and all I know
she uses
is that
those
federal
words.
Federal is not going to pick this up. They got bigger. Come on, really?
In my opinion, absolutely not.
In my opinion, allegedly. But Queen, I wanted to let you know that I sent you a video I made.
I got it. I got it this morning. It came in. I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I got it this morning. Yes, I did like it. It was funny.
Okay.
The Addams Family one, is that the one, right?
Yeah, that one, and then there's another one. Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to give you a laugh.
Yes, I definitely did. They were good for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the whole RICO thing is basically, it's like, let's say you go to a store, like a corporation, and then like you get wronged by that corporation, and it's and they're doing like criminal activities or something like that. Or if you can just go with Google, it says RICO's violation can lead to civil claims brought by private parties who have been victimized by a criminal enterprise. And the problem is that you don't quite have a criminal enterprise when you have a bunch of different YouTubers. I just don't.
What is the name of the corporation? Because I know that the Nick at Night, whatever that thing is, that's a corporation.
Yeah, that's a corporation.
But what's the name of the corporation that's being sued?
No, and they're individually suing 2 people and 50 other people. They're said 50 other people unnamed John Does.
Well, that's not a corporation.
No, that's in my opinion.
In my opinion,
is not a corporation. It seems to me a lot of complaining, a lot of weird stuff. He talks about like his relationship that YouTubers like this Michaela person had some sort of sexual relation with him or something like that.
Nobody planted her.
Yeah, and the problem is
She
like
helped search it
yeah, but you're
in
not
the
letting me finish.
beginning.
Um,
That was weird.
yeah, like to me, it's like okay, so I don't think Granny was the one that sent Michaela, nor do I think
Right.
Barbecue Lady. So you might want to
Right.
bring that claim to maybe like T
Well,
Red.
in my opinion, I think Michaela, felt, in my opinion, from what I know, and that's only because I have heard him speak on it that they were friends, and then this and from my understanding, she was helping search. I didn't really think that there was actually something going on until he made the statement in his Mr. E
Yeah,
read it off that there
Yeah,
was a
exactly.
well, and so did Barbecue Lady, but it's in the lawsuit that there was a sexual relationship.
yeah,
So,
And
and
in
then
my opinion,
it
there
states in
are
that,
opportunists everywhere.
yeah, and in the lawsuit it states in there that she allegedly put the or sent these documents to herself or emailed them to herself.
mm. Yeah. It's weird because it's like I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait a minute, Seth. So your son's missing, and you're engaging in relationships with other women, like that to me is a little weird. You're so full of, like I gotta find my son, and then you're going on dates now. Like, okay,
Yeah.
bro, that makes you look very good. Okay, my opinion. I don't know. That's like if like Katie got a new boyfriend or something in the middle of her like you're literally getting a
Well,
new
I mean, they
girlfriend.
can't even walk into the Harley shop to hang up a flyer and talk to the owners without people thinking that they're in there buying motorcycles. So,
Yeah, like that's so weird to me that he puts that in there. It's not even like related to his case. He puts that in there and it makes him look
Yeah, not at
terrible.
all.
Like,
lost mother of one member for 21 months. She said, getting close to that 2 year mark. Golden Beat, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. I'm going to read these off real fast so I don't lose track. Tracy Scholler, member for 17 months, 17 down, 7 to go. Happy Hive. Hi. Thank you for being here, baby. Happy life. Let's see here. Love y'all so much. Such an awesome fam. Member for 16 months. Thank you for being here, baby. A blank slate member for 20 months. QB, allegedly, in my opinion, I believe. Shake my head. Love y'all. That's right. Allegedly, in my opinion, I believe. Those are all things that you can preface your sentence with before you say it.
yeah. I
Darcy
mean,
Miller, member for 4 months. I really enjoy your content. J Dub says, in my opinion, I want to know which defendant is housing the baby oil for this RICO racketeering attempted scare tactic.
Me
oh,
too.
jeez. But
Me too.
I have a question. Like, so this is a question, and I'm just
All
this is
right. You want to wait for me to read this last one off, or you want me to do it after you
you
ask?
go, you go.
Okay. Marabella gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Marabella. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the Hive Love. And if you guys got one, please make sure you tell Marabella thank you.
I have a
Okay.
question. So, did Betty sign up for At Night before or after she started harassing Chris and Katie? And was Betty basically doing work for At Night at the time she was harassing Chris and Katie? And wouldn't that make At Night kind of like liable for all her actions if they were sued by Chris and Katie? That's a
Absolutely.
question. I
Yeah,
mean, no, I'm just.
that's a very good question, but I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, if it would, and also wouldn't that based upon civil RICO, kind of make them kind of a criminal
A
organization
Rico. Yes.
if they have someone employed like committing like harassment and intimidation tactics and stuff like that to people to so they can profit and make money.
They're doing the exact same thing they're claiming.
I mean, I just that's a question. I don't know the answer, but that's just a question
Hold
I
on, we
have.
have Legal Pickle up here with us.
Yeah, I
And
just have I have some questions too.
my dog Snack Dealer's up here as well. How are you,
Hey,
girls?
real quick, Queen Bee. In my opinion, I believe, and allegedly, I believe it's payback and revenge. And y'all have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, love.
Okay. Y'all have a great day.
What was her name? I loved that name.
Uh, Green Eyed PI.
Oh, Green Ivy. Okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
Y'all have a great day.
You
Bye,
too,
y'all.
love. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you, sweetie.
Well, I hope I got all my little bugs worked out. Can you hear me good?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The first thing is I haven't seen not one baby oil bottle anywhere on your live streams. Not one.
No.
No. I mean, they're even suing these people as a group. Well, that right there is a group. I mean, what?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
enterprise.
isn't it kind of like a third party harassment?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Like Betty is part of your organization.
Yeah.
You basically put out a document claiming that a lot of allegations towards Chris and Katie. Um, and you're putting this out there, and your person of your organization already has 6 violations, is
Mm-hmm.
going to court on the 20th. And also, it just doesn't make sense to me, honestly. And it's just like, I feel like, in my opinion, that this is more like a publicity stunt by this group of people, and also a scare tactic. And unfortunately, you know what I mean? And
In your opinion?
that's what I preferenced before I started my
Oh, gotcha.
sentence.
Okay, just making
No,
sure.
I ain't got no channel, so all this is my opinion, and if they don't like it, they're not gonna find me, so I'm good.
Yeah.
So hold on, Lady Canine owner and partner to Sarge says Young Thug YSL is a RICO case. The trial has been going on since November 2023. That is a real RICO case.
That's
A
a
RICO
criminal
case is not easy to be started. Has to have hard evidence, and they have none.
Yeah, I think that's, in my opinion, I just think it's a scare tactic, because the thing is that, this guy's doing a press conference. Why is he doing a press conference? My guess, I have this feeling that he's going to invite maybe like Nick and Mr. Hung to videotape him on the steps at the
Well,
courtroom.
I'm guessing from my understanding, they're inviting media, but you have to make sure, or you have to talk to or ask, I'm not sure who, but you have to make arrangements or ask ahead of time if you can join this press conference.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is he gonna say? Like, okay, in my belief as an attorney, I believe that someone named Barbecue Lady and Granny's Watching is part of a criminal enterprise to basically try to stop us from finding Sebastian Rogers. And it's like, does Granny or Barbecue even live in the state? No. Okay, so how are they stopping you from going into the woods and searching? Well, they made mean YouTube videos about us and actually replayed and reviewed our videos. Okay, that's your reason? Yeah, they're really scary. Can we see these scary peoples? This is Granny's Watching. Yep, that's her. So Dog the Bounty Hunter, who has about 10,000 arrests, who's tracked down meth dealers and all this stuff, is afraid of a 130-pound woman in Pennsylvania.
Is that what they're going to use? Is why they get to pick and choose who's going to be on their press conference? Is, oh, we're scared of some people. We don't want them to come. I've never seen a press conference go, okay, look, we only going to talk to some of y'all.
Yeah, like, it doesn't quite make sense. And a lot of these problems Mr. Seth Rogers has is because he went on multiple interviews on multiple YouTube channels and said stupid shit that people reviewed. Same as Tony, same as all the rest. So you have a problem with what's being reviewed, then stop saying stupid shit on live stream.
They've been telling Betty.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
They've been telling Betty that for years, and it's bad when they play it in court twice.
Yeah, I just think, like, it's just the one thing I feel sick about is, like, you got Granny and you got people that got to waste their time to possibly hire counsel or to show up in person and fight this bullshit. And it's such a ridiculous thing to actually do, because in the end of the day, Seth Rogers stated that he's looking for his son. And everyone's put that, like, out there that he's searching for his son. But so far we've seen him go to parties. Instead of searching, he calls it, a vigil, but I call it a party, in my opinion. He's getting a new girlfriend in the middle of his son being missing and having, in his words, sexual relations with this woman. Why are you going out on dates when your son's missing is a little weird to me. I don't know. And now you've sent cease and desist to a bunch of YouTubers, and now you're starting I guess I don't even know what this would be called, the hissy fit in court. it's like, how is this helping you find your son? And I don't want to hear like everyone keep on saying Chris and Katie's not looking for their son. Well, Chris and Katie's not wasting their time in frivolous BS stuff.
We ain't seen Seth in no woods.
No, I haven't. I seen him on a boat. Well, actually, technically, you know what? I did see him in the campground with the JLR, and I think they were on the side of the road that they kind of went, just randomly walked all over the place. And by the way, this is just my opinion. Just my observation and opinion based upon the observation available to me online. So.
Yeah, D Jim is right.
Allegedly, in my opinion, D Jim.
Kind of, sort of, and in a way.
That's what I feel like. And it's like, I think it's really sad that you have a situation where he has been completely distracted on every single front. And for some reason, there's some people who are brain dead who are still continuing this narrative that, Seth is looking all over the place and he's in the woods and Chris and Katie's the one not doing it. I'm like, okay.
Hey,
Hi, what's up?
I see, period, point blank, said 50 Jane and John Doe's. Don't that sound like Diddy? Didn't they do that without naming them? They think are they thinking they're as big as the Diddy case? Because why don't you name them?
Well, and I want everybody to remember, this is only what's been filed. A judge has not signed off on this yet. A judge hasn't even read it. It has been filed in court. That is it. That is all. So,
well, I seen Betty last night talking about Quentin Simon all of a sudden.
Yeah, shocker.
Trina, you're up here with us. How are you, babe?
Can I say something real quick,
Absolutely.
Queen Bee?
Absolutely, baby.
I love you. I love you, and I love your channel, and I'm in here all the time.
I know, and I appreciate that, baby. And you know what? Thank you for showing love to me all the time. I'm so grateful for, good souls like yourself.
I love your show.
Well, thank you for being here. You're a part of it too, baby.
All right, I just want to say that. Thank y'all. I love y'all.
And you have a blessed day, love.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, baby.
Aw, so sweet.
I know. So she is such a sweetheart. And sidebar real quick, Amy went live. She did a little drive-by this morning. She went live. She went live, and I tried to get everybody over there. And before I had a chance to get everybody over there, she ended it. I was like, dang, Amy, that was quick. She did a quick live this morning.
Don't say drive-by or there'll be another suit against her.
She came back and did it again.
She what?
She came back and went live again.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. She was messing with you, Queen.
Yeah, I was going to say I missed the second one then.
I think she flipped to you and decided to turn that car back around and go cruising back by again.
Yeah. She's like, hey.
Hey.
Oh my God. And who was that last night talking about she had her candle and her Bible?
That was the court case. That was the
that was the Leilani case.
I caught on to what was going on. It took Queen a minute though. They were like, we don't know how to talk to this woman. Nah, she's joking.
Yeah, when she said something about her Bible, and then I'm like, wait, what?
She said she was talking to Prince.
What I also find very interesting is that certain Lab and certain Mr. E and who are very friendly with this group of people who are plaintiffs magically go forward and have him immediately, pretty quick. Like certain people got it. It's very interesting to me. Mr. Lab, pretending it's like, oh, this is a serious matter. Oh, this is terrible. This is very serious. This is like, it's like, sir, you are such full of shit. It's unbelievable. Like, I swear to God.
What I would like to know is, okay, if they do this and everybody, the 50 plus people they end up naming, decides to turn it back around on them. Now, how good would that be?
I don't think it's gonna, I don't I don't know how you can actually litigate that case,
If
to be
you've
honest.
read
Well,
if you've read or you've listened to any parts that have been read, there's a lot of very baseless claims and allegations
Yeah.
in this,
but what
in
I'm
my
saying,
opinion.
if a judge throws this out and says this is frivolous, it's crap, but then
Yeah.
they turn around and countersue, kind of like what Queen Bee had to do with Dum Dum. I was just
That's
wondering if,
exactly what I would do.
and with 50 people, there's no way they can back anything against them.
It turns
And
into a reverse RICO.
yeah,
That's a
Well,
Would
reverse.
this
that be a
is
RICO
Reverse.
suave?
A
I'm
fucking reverse RICO.
Reverse. You
what
know.
I don't
Would that be a
understand is
RICO?
how you can civilly RICO anybody. Isn't RICO inherently criminal? That's what
Well,
I'm just
I
very.
think you
tell them
need
you
to
go
have.
play that Uno reverse card.
Yeah, like
You're
I think
right.
you need to have like a corporation, and that corporation has to do, or like entity has to do something illegal.
Well,
Reverse
apparently at
RICO.
Night
Yeah,
Media is a
they're
corporation.
Well, I'm not saying
um
that night. Wait. Before, I'm not saying that night just doing anything illegal. What I'm saying is that it's a corp. Usually, when you do a RICO, I thought you have to like sue a corporation or an organization.
Yeah. And
well,
Instead
they're
of
the
That
only
be
suing,
one that
RICO
says that
class
they're an
action?
organization.
Would that
so
be
how do
RICO
you
action?
civilly do anything with RICO though? That's what I just like. The charge is inherently criminal from what I understand, and so that's what I don't understand is how you can sue for RICO when, like, especially if there hasn't already been a criminal
And you
like
have no proof
trial
that
to
none of
say
these
that that's
people,
happened.
wait,
you
guys,
have
you gotta
no
stop
proof
one at
none
a
of these
time.
people.
You
Oh,
gotta
I'm
stop.
sorry.
Yeah, you gotta let people one at a time, please.
I'm just very curious as to how that's possible to sue for RICO when, especially if it hasn't been criminally tried yet. Like,
No, what it's to be honest with you, I don't see how you could sue two separate individuals who have separate
Yeah,
YouTube channels.
you
Yeah,
can't prove that they even know each other or anything. And most
yeah,
of these people don't.
yeah. I
So
mean,
you can't prove that. That ends the enterprise business right there.
right, and that's
that's
element one.
yeah, that's like me, like someone starting a lawsuit against, at night and saying that they are a RICO and saying, and then basically just putting up all the allegations against Bullhorn
And we
Betty
got proof they're all
and
together.
and all that, and then putting into papers. I don't think that's an actionable thing to do, to be honest with you. I
I
just
don't
don't
think
think
so either. I was very confused when all of a sudden RICO got thrown around because I'm just like, that's for that's for mobs, and and it's really, really difficult. They're like the massive efforts it takes on like the state's end to
yeah.
prosecute those cases is unbelievable.
Yeah,
And
but like
so,
it's a civil matter. You keep on confusing criminal with civil.
well, I'm not
Criminal.
confusing it. I'm wondering why you can even bring it as a civil thing is what I guess I just that's what I don't understand is that from what I understand it's inherently criminal. So how do you sue for like how do you sue someone for a criminal
I
thing? And
don't know. I don't know. And I think what happened is that they filed the paperwork, and what the issue is, you can file anything, you can file any sort of lawsuit, and eventually they're gonna have a chance to get an attorney, or what they're gonna have an appearance before the court. I'm not sure if they're gonna go straight in front of a judge, or there's gonna be, and they're gonna have to make rulings on it, and probably like a motion to dismiss or something like that. But the problem is like when you're dealing with stuff like this, it's not like done like that. It takes months and some maybe even longer. That's what you have to deal with, unfortunately. It's
This
just
could tie up the next 3 years with people, and I believe that that's what it's designed to do.
yeah, it's not like something you can just go to court and be like, oh, the judge says it's done. It's like they file their paperwork, and then what happens is it's like ping pong. Barbecue lady and granny or whoever is got to file their paperwork, and either through counsel or whatnot, or they have to get properly served or something, and then they file their paperwork to get an attorney or whatnot, and then they eventually get into a meeting with the judge. It gets scheduled, and then you deal with that.
Hey, if this lawyer is like legit a real lawyer,
He's a real
can't
lawyer.
they just sanction him?
He's a real lawyer, and please don't talk about sanctioning or anything like that, because I don't want to give him these people ammunition, because there are recording.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we don't know
consider-
what they do. Honestly, that's between the board or whatever. That's I
But
have
that's
no
what I'm
idea. We have
saying. If
no
the
idea.
judge throws this out, can't he get in trouble for even doing this,
Well,
or
no
can they
cases.
just do this over and over?
No cases get thrown out all the time, and nothing.
Mhm.
It is what it is. You know.
Hey, Queen. Hey,
Hey, baby, good morning. How are you?
hey, voices, and your voices, and B Tim.
Hey.
I'm gonna hop down and let you all get to it.
Alrighty, I appreciate you coming up, love.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta go having kittens.
Okay. Well, have a good day. We'll see you later, love.
I'm on my lunch break, but I just wanted to jump up and say hey to y'all and tell you that I really thank y'all for your support. And allegedly y'all are the greatest.
Oh, allegedly you're pretty cool yourself.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're pretty cool yourself, man. You doing all right? I know that's a understated question. Not a
It's a loaded one.
right. I would say that's a loaded question, I guess.
Allegedly, I'm doing okay, and right now I still don't have an opinion.
Hey, that's all right. How's the weather down there?
It is so nice today. It's getting
Ooh.
better, and
You know what my favorite part of the down there was?
what?
When I went down there was the trees. I love how Georgia has the trees that have like the long, they're like willow trees, I think.
Yeah.
Weeping willows.
When you go, yeah, weeping willows. When you drive down, like in Savannah, when you're driving down the road, there's like trees on all sides of the roads, like both sides, and they just like hang over, and they're like all. I just love it. It's so pretty.
Do you guys get that moss on them down there too?
I don't know if they. I don't. They wasn't on there when I was there. I didn't see it.
I know some of them have like Spanish moss that hangs from them too.
Blank slate, you're up here, baby.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yep, I sure can, love.
All right. For once, I can hear you guys okay too. Voices, I love that Spanish moss.
That's just, you knew what I was talking about. Where
Yeah, I have a
But
big.
see, I didn't see it. I don't know what you mean. Maybe I'm missing it or something. I was only down there once. I've only went twice, and it was the same time of the year both times. So I don't know if I'm maybe missing it or just didn't see it growing on it or what. But
Yeah, it's actually a
maybe it's just a
parasite
part of
that
the
kind of.
tree.
Yeah,
It
it
was like,
it's
hangs
not a good
down.
thing. You don't want it on your trees. It's
Yeah.
not a good thing.
It's
Oh,
beautiful,
Yeah.
but it's a parasite.
It's not a good thing. Sorry.
So, I like it. I have a tree across from me that's covered in it, and I just sit here and watch it. I have a couple comments, and then maybe we can kind of just hang out for a few minutes. But
for sure.
I was trying to kind of figure this out in my own head. So they've claimed that, first of all, to have a RICO claim, they would have to prove that we're at, I'm going to say we, and this is all, in my opinion, I believe I'm trying to research and figure this out, okay? But they would have to prove first that there's some kind of organization. And then second, that organization is profiting from criminal activity. And then third, in order to do the civil claim against that company, they would have to have been injured by these illegal activities that the company or group of people profited from. That's kind of where my brain's at right now on this. I might not be right.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got the general gist of it. And also the problem is that number one, a lot of their claims is like there's been people stopping them from investigating. But the problem is, number one, they don't have based upon tweets from Mr. SF Investigates, you do not have a PI license. They don't have the ability to do any sort of search. They're not really allowed to do any search. One of the people they named as their PI, I forgot, I have to look it up, is the lady that went to, shot
Nina
through the wall.
Glass.
Yeah.
Nina Glass. The one
Shot.
that's on probation and she can't even leave the state.
Yeah, like they're stating that person, that's people stopped her from going down there. It's like, no, what stopped her was the judicial system. She's not supposed to be
Right.
around children for 10 years because she almost shot someone through a wall. You know what I mean? Like that's the problem. The issue is like the real issue is that it is something where you're probably going to have to hire a lawyer. It's probably going to cost you, if you get a lawyer, You're going to have to spend probably $5,000 probably to just put down. It's probably going to take a few hours just for them to, go through that BS and to do it. And then they're going to have to appear, or you could do a pro se, and it's still going to be cumbersome and annoying because you're going to have to educate yourself on how to respond and how to deal with this stuff. And that's what it really is. And it's like, it's a basic scare tactic, because you remember what Nick said. He says, oh, they always want to settle with us. It seems like a tactic where he drops this giant thing. A normal person sees 83 pages, sees, all these people, sees all these allegations. They get scared. They call up and say, hey, I can't do it. I don't want to deal with this. How can I get out of this? And it's kind of like that's the tactic there. And that's what I think is the situation.
Yeah, it's definitely a scare tactic. I mean, and they've been like, we're going to do something big in a few weeks. I mean, I remember this. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just going to say that out first. But, in a few weeks, something big's going to happen. Get ready for this, blah, blah, blah. And everybody was thinking it was the alleged CPS report. Well, I think they were talking about this. They were just trying to get it all together, because it was only a few weeks ago that they sent something over to, the lady on TikTok. I can't remember her name.
Yeah. And the issue is like, you have a lot of allegations there. And if you're going to go on the stairs of a courthouse and claim that these people are part of a criminal activity, I don't know if that's a smart move. But, you do you. I'm not going to say anything, but I don't know if that's a very smart move to do it, because you might be putting yourself out there. And I think like people don't understand is that this actually goes forward, and let's say the judge allows some part of it to come through. I don't think a judge is going to let all of it go through. I think honestly, the judge might dismiss this if it's like, because I don't think it's got merit, to be honest with you.
Right. It almost seems like, and this is allegedly, a lot of the things that are in the document that we're all kind of looking at right now.
Yeah. But
are things that, I'm sorry, Tim.
Yeah. But the problem is also, I just want to say this one more point, is like, those things that were said about Brittany J, or those things that were said about, Tony and all those things, were they said before or after they signed up with At Night? And if it was said before, how does that encompass what is now? So
right.
Like, that's
so retroactive.
I would say like that's another issue I have, is like, how does At Night have the legal authority to do that retroactively? Like if I said something to Voices right now, I says, oh, Voices, you're a piece, I'm just going to make something up. Right. You're a piece of shit and garbage. You're a human being. And then you sign up with At Night. Does that mean like now At Night can sue me because I said something?
I'm coming after you now, B. That's all I needed, B. Jim.
I don't know if that's why I'm like, the issues is like, when has their when did these people sign up? They didn't show like any sort of contract that these people are actually signed up with At Night. They're not showing like any sort of like, how are these people like, can we see the contract? Wouldn't that be part of the exhibit to show it like, okay, Brittany J signed on the X, so-and-so signed on the X. Okay, we're part. And then we'd see the date that they signed out. And then now, like, that to me, just doesn't make sense. And I think that's why I think this is probably going to get dismissed. But it's just like, because there's too many holes. You have like at 50 people, John Doe's. Well, you can't really do that. It's not, John Doe is not used like that. John Doe is like, let's say you're in a car accident case and you don't know the name of the driver, but you know the name of the company. So you put like,
hold on. They did that. Garth Brooks did that when he filed against the gal who filed against him.
Yeah, but Garth
and Jane Roe.
Yeah, but Garth, he did it because of he wanted to kind of go back at her.
His image, yeah.
Wow.
Well, what I was
like, legitimately, you do a John Doe if you don't know the driver, and your voice you're really low. They say like to move your mic higher.
Oh no, okay.
Well, what I wanted to say about the actual document that we've been looking at is and this is allegedly, like I was saying, in my opinion, it seems like a lot of the things that they're trying to put on, quote unquote, this side or Chris and Katie's side, and I hate that there's even sides, is things that have been done by their own selves or the people that have come together there. And it's just sort of weird. It's just a weird deal. And then additionally, it just seems like content. In a kind of way, content. Keep pushing out the content because one of their teammates kind of had some negative press last week and had some negative actions on her thing. So now they're going to turn around and try to push things out on their side to make them look better. It's terrible. I hate it.
All right, well, you guys, I'm gonna hop down. Just wanted
All right.
to say thank you to everybody in the hive. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
You too, love. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, this is definitely Griftmas content.
Yeah, definitely Griftmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Griftmas.
Yeah.
Everywhere we look.
Exactly. So that's just the kind of things I've been thinking on, just trying to figure it out. And then I'm so glad you came on today, Queen, right at the right time, because I was beginning to become very enraged at another stream I happened to be listening to because they had no clue. Absolutely no
saying
clue.
it's federal. It's federal. No, it is not.
It's not federal.
Yeah, it's making me insane.
Well, that's because Betty went on and said it was a federal lawsuit.
Yeah,
She's
not yet.
Criminal enterprise bullshits for the last 2 fucking years. If you go look at my lawsuit, she's been saying the same shit.
Yep.
In my opinion, she's happy as fuck. She's been waiting for this shit to happen. She's been screaming this for a long time, talking about me and burnt toast and blank screen and all this other dumbass shit.
Yeah. I think like they don't quite understand. Like Nick is not a pro se litigant. He is a person held by the bar. He has certain ethics. So he would have to like actually work with like other counsel or pro se to actually give discovery.
What did you say, Nick? I didn't know Nick was an attorney.
I mean, Nick, my apologies. His attorney.
Right,
Nick's attorney. He would
okay. You're talking about his attorney.
Yeah, like he would have to actually work with whoever's dealing. So like there would be discovery. So like you're gonna have to give all the discovery for when it came to Brittany J. Also, Brittany J is not supposed to delete a bunch of things of our YouTube channel. Like none of those people were supposed to delete anything. They're supposed to hold their YouTube channels until
right. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, when you're in court like that, you know what I mean. You gotta,
So why
preserve evidence? That's what you're supposed to do. Hey, just Samantha, how are you, baby?
Hey guys.
Hi, sir.
Hey.
So why is Brittany J and all these other people deleting content like right when the litigation started? I think you should stop, by the way, all of you, because you have to realize that now you're going to be open to discovery if this actually goes through the court, and you're going to have to give out communications with each other. You're going to have to
and the thing of it is I mean, there's a lot that goes into a lawsuit that I don't think people even realize.
I mean, it's a lot. Like you just opened yourself up to possibly 2 years of dealing with this BS. Congratulations, Brittany.
Oh, we've been dealing with this one for 1.5 years.
Yeah. Like this is what people don't understand. Like when you get like, I don't know what.
Well, yeah, because it's not real life to, most people. This is just content. They can watch it, laugh, tee, haha, and then shut it off. It's not.
Yeah, not like they think like that this stuff's going to end and like, no, what's going to happen is that Mr. At Night Media pulled you all into it, and now you've opened your lives to litigation. You've made a lot of claims, and now they're going to be asking. You're going to have to give up in discovery if it goes that far.
Well, yeah, I was going to say there's a lot to lawsuits. I don't think, like I said, a lot of people don't understand what I mean, and I didn't until I got served with one. So I learned it. I'm learning as I go. I'm still learning new stuff as I go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've learned a ton from your suit, Queen, and burnt toast and all of this, and we're learning still today about all of this.
I'm wondering though, how, unless it's in there and I don't know, how did they leave out the most important thing, green screen peen Tony, and how defamatory it was that they tried to say that he exposed himself, and oh my God, he called the FBI. Where's that part?
Well, that's because that's not something you want to open up in litigation, to say, probably. I would say that's not something you would want to open up.
Maybe because it was really his penis beat him?
In your opinion, you think so? In your opinion, you think it was?
In my opinion, I think it's pretty funny they left it out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty obvious is what it is.
Because then, like, because what would happen is that if you ever deposed him, you would have to ask him, okay, so what is the shape of your peen? And you would have to go into details, and he couldn't object to it because that's part of his allegation.
right down to if it has any curvatures or
That would be
Circumcision,
embarrassing as hell.
circumcision or not circumcised, stuff like that. And that's simple as that. That's exactly what would happen. You don't want to do that. That's why you don't want to really open up that can of worms. And by the way, the videos would probably have to be submitted as evidence, and then you would show that to a jury. And I think a jury probably be like, interesting.
Oh Lord, we got one here. Jingle bells, Brittany smells, Sean laid an egg. Tony's mobile gave Nicholas the wheel, and Betty's hiding away. Allegedly, in my opinion.
Well, okay, guys. My groceries are going to be here in a minute. I'm going to drop down into the chat. Thank you for explaining a little bit to me, Tim, and kind of confirming what my brain was putting together there. I love you guys, and I'll talk with you later.
We'll see you later, love. Thanks for coming up.
No problem. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, babe.
I'm wondering, allegedly, this sounds kind of like he's blaming Michaela for some form of sextortion, and then he's also admitting that the GoFund money was used to pay her for
I don't know
maybe
if it was
some sex.
it? I didn't read that part. I heard that there was some sex. I don't know what page you looking at?
I don't have the pages.
Okay, because I would have. I don't know about the money part. I don't know what's.
Oh my God, Tim, you were just so awkward there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, be careful.
Here I got it. Matter of fact, right here.
Queen's coming in clutch.
Yep. Let's see here. 28. Around that time, Mr. Rogers began a relationship with Michaela. Here we go. Let's see. That way we don't. There's no questions and there's no misunderstandings or anything like that. So here it is, and here it is. Around that time, Mr. Rogers began a relationship with Michaela Cleveland, aka Michaela something, who, based on information and belief, was sent to Mr. Rogers with the ulterior motive of using sex as a manipulative tool, similar to tactics employed by the intelligence agents, but without any legal authority. Who the fuck would ever send Michaela? Who did this? Who supposedly, allegedly did this? During the course of the relationship, she covertly emailed herself a confidential file related to Sebastian Rogers, a true and correct copy of the sworn declaration of Seth Rogers, father of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, is attached to Exhibit 10 and incorporated by reference here in Exhibit 10.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with Granny was watching our barbecue. They didn't send Michaela. Michaela sent herself to Seth Rogers, and then for some reason,
I think that's all that it says right there. Yep.
So forgive me, Queen. I take back the alleged $12,000 that he may or may not have gave. I guess he decided to leave that part out also.
Yeah, apparently he's basically saying that she purposely emailed herself documents or stealing documents from him to give to herself.
Well, what he's alleging is that someone sent Michaela in to have sex with him and manipulate him with sex, and once that was done, she used that relationship status with him to email or send herself the CPS documents.
Oh my God!
That's exactly what that says right there in that.
It's
paragraph.
Sex Lies and CPS. It's
Oh
the
my
modern
God,
day Sex Lies and videotape. It's Sex Lies and CPS YouTube style.
That's the next. That's the next.
You know what though? I am very surprised, Brittany. You know what I'm saying? Signed up with this, or however she did it, or whatever. I don't know if she retained them as an attorney or what, but I'm very surprised that she did, because she's a very private person, and this is going to open up her entire life.
Yeah, they're going to want to go through all her emails. They're going to go through. That person's going to be able to get through her.
Well, yeah, like I said, I learned all. I mean, it's different in every state, but in my opinion, that's.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not a smart move.
No, and there's so many people that this is, I mean, it's gonna flood. It's just gonna, I don't know. In my opinion, this is not a good idea. This is not.
Yeah, she just like fucked herself. Like she really did just fuck herself. She could have just sat there and did her YouTube channel, but now she's like literally like jumped on the Titanic instead of jumping off the Titanic.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's all opinions. Do your own research, form your own opinions. Some people think this should, it's a good idea. Some people don't. I mean, that's just what it is. You got to form your own opinions, do your own research.
My
It's not
opinion
back to this
is
channel unless you see it straight from the document, which is why I pulled that document when you said that, so we could make sure what was said.
I hope it backfires and it really does expose all of their dirty deeds and nasty behavior and targeting Chris and Katie. Everything that they've done behind the scenes, I hope gets exposed. All of Tony's texts with his TikTok girls, all that stuff that we seen, let that all open the floodgates to their terrible behavior.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how this is like actually actionable. I don't know how you can combine all the plaintiffs. I don't know how they're going to do it.
Again, that's a great time to remember to keep in mind. This has only been filed.
Yeah.
It has not landed on a judge's desk that we know of.
Yeah.
There's not a ruling on it. You can file anything you want in court. We have seen, I mean, this is very reminiscent of somebody that we know and are well aware of.
Mm-hmm.
A couple somebodies that we know and are well aware of. One, there's already one ongoing. So you can file whatever you want to file in court.
Yeah.
But there are ramifications for those filings. Let's just keep that one in mind, because we also don't, you got to remember, there's somebody in our community that's named in that. We didn't rile Queen up, so we need to also keep that in mind, that these people haven't even gotten their paperwork yet.
Yeah.
So let's not get the cart before the horse. This is somebody else's damn life. Again, even if it's frivolous, it's still somebody else's life. We know what kind of a toll it took on Queen and is still taking on her.
Well said, voices. I'm going to go back to chat. So thank you for letting me come up, Queen. I'll say you do not pay me. You do not force me to think these things. I chose to come up on your panel and express my opinion. So thanks, guys.
I appreciate you coming up, love. Thank you so much, baby.
All right. Bye, guys.
I'm going to read these off real quick. Darcy Miller with the $5 super sticker says, how can they legally stop people from going to the courthouse steps? They can't, as far as I'm aware. Well, last night I showed one page. I guess there was 2 pages and I missed it. So I'll show both of them. We'll put both of them up. Green Eyed PI says, who's suing Rico Suave? Brianna says, our new penal Princess B, Jim, and Faces. Let's see here. Green Eyed PI says, I've never seen Granny or barbecue at a Diddy party or purchasing baby oil, allegedly. In my opinion, I believe. Billy Sunday says, let's see here, clearing it up. It's my specialty. Spanish moss is not a parasite. It's a bromelad. Not sure. I probably butchered the hell out of that, but Green Eyed PI says Granny and barbecue. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You had it right.
Oh, cool. Okay. I thought I butchered it, but Green Eyed PI says Granny and barbecue have not been in freak offs, in my opinion. Seth and Michaela might have, I believe, from this affidavit, in my opinion, allegedly. Green Eyed PI also says RICO is a federal statute short for the racketeering influence in organizations. It's part of the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970.
Yeah, but and the thing is weird is that during all his exhibits, he didn't attach the contracts that signed all these people up to at night.
Yeah. Let's see here. Little Bit Knit says, so my question is, why can't they take Betty advice that she hold on. So my question is, why can't they take Betty's advice that she's using in her defense is they don't like what people are saying then don't watch, in my opinion. Absolutely.
That's because they're hypocrites.
Shelby Lynn says, Nick said in a chat last night that this goes away by. Hold on. Nick said in a chat last night that this goes away by man if those named comply.
Well,
Monday.
but the problem with their compliance is it's unachievable because
that's not even gonna.
You can't achieve, like, there's no way that you can act, like, what they want is like something that cannot be achieved in their wildest dreams. Like, let's say the person was like, yeah, I really want to work with you guys and I really don't want to go to court. I mean, what they want is like, I don't think it's actually anything that they want. Billing, obviously, that probably could be, but they want prohibiting the defendant from any person, entities, or through them, or further disclosing, disseminating public sharing any private communications, plaintiff or their associates, sees super chats and crowdfunding. So basically, they want them to turn off their channels because there's no way that you can actually do this. For some reason, it's directing defendants to cease and use crowdsourcing or fundraising platforms, including but not limited GoFundMe, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple, YouTube, Super Chats to solicit funds for legal defense or any other purpose related to litigation. All fundraising efforts must be conducted with full transparency and accuracy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Prohibiting the defendant, along with the associates, from making any defamatory, disparaging statements regarding plaintiff Seth Rogers and all these other at-night media or any named individuals, whether directly or indirectly, through any platform or medium, prevent further.
What part you read, and I'll put it up.
Go to Relief Sort. It's on page 79.
Okay. Don't mind Vu. She's over here snoring her little tail feather off. She's knocked out.
Like, this is their settlement. Like, it's literally like 79 it starts. Relief Sort.
Okay. Let's see.
And you can read it.
Let's see. 79. Are you on the 83 page one?
Yeah, the 83 page one. Yeah, like the relief sought. Like this, I figure this is what they want them to do by Monday, and they will not sue them.
Wow, they got 3 fucking days. 2 days? 3 days? Okay.
Well, technically,
that wouldn't work anyways.
Technically, a weekend is not a business day, so they have 1 day.
All right, relief sought. This is the start of it here. All right, a preliminary injunction prohibiting defendants Trude and Singh, as well as any other persons and entities by, for, or through them from further disclosing, disseminating, or publicly sharing any private communications involving the plaintiffs or their associates, including but not limited to recordings, live streams, related content obtained without the consent of all parties. See, that's the thing. I think Barbecue is the only one that has recording with Tony. That's what they're referring to, because I don't think anybody else has communications with them like that. Like, I mean, as far as like Jess goes, I don't think she has communications with them. Like, you know what I mean? I don't recall her ever talking to Seth and them, but maybe I'm wrong.
How can they agree to something they haven't been served on? Somebody in chat just made a great point. Like, if you haven't actually received it, just because it's out here, and
right,
can you comply with something that you don't even?
Didn't Betty like literally go into court and say like
properly served? I mean, she went live and bitched that she wasn't served properly. Remember? I believe that. I believe we all remember her doing that.
Yeah, and then they
for days about not being served properly, even though she was.
Yeah,
but she still claimed she wasn't for days on end. When the officer got up and said, yes, she was in court of law under oath. But yes, she was served properly. Don't mind the airplane going up above us here.
No problem.
Can you hear it?
A little bit, but it's not that
little, but nothing.
I got the windows open, so I figured you guys would be able to hear it. Go ahead, y'all can read that if you want.
It says directing defendants to cease the use of crowdsourcing, fundraising platforms, including but not limited to GoFundMe, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Pay, YouTube, Super Chats to solicit funds for legal defense or any other purpose related to litigation. All fundraising efforts must be conducted with full transparency and accuracy regarding the nature of the defense and defendant's
I wonder why that was put in there.
Yeah.
But it's okay for Betty to have one.
Yeah.
It's okay for her to do a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Essentially, in my opinion, off the back of Sebastian Rogers, because she's wanting to do $30,000. She's got a $30,000 GoFundMe set up.
But what about Christmas?
For her legal fund, allegedly.
But what about the Christmas? She said she wouldn't hurt people with Christmas.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that she's got $53 or $55 donated in like the last 24 hours. So it looks like she's starting off strong.
Yeah, pretty good. 3, prohibit defendant, defendant with their associates from making any defamatory or disparaging statements regarding plaintiff Seth Rogers, Tony Mathis, At Night Media, LLC, or any other named individuals, whether directly or indirectly, which I don't know what that means, through any platform or medium to prevent further harm to plaintiff, reputation, emotional distress, or per Pennsylvania defamation law. And then gives a code name. A harassment statute gives a code name. Like, what does indirectly mean? That's not defined. I don't know what means directly.
Well, directly would be like me walking up and knocking on your door, right? Or directly calling you or texting you. Indirectly would be like me standing out on the street corner and being like, "Hey, have you heard about that asshole B. Tim? He's quite a little sly son of a gun." You know what I mean? Or tweeting or tagging or adding or bring up a live stream and talking about.
Yeah, another thing is directed defendants to cease any attempts to portray, disclose, or release private information and identities or family details of plaintiff, associated individuals, whether through social media, public forums, or any other channels, to protect the safety and privacy of those involved. Well, Tony Mathis is a public figure, and you literally have people going through Chris and Katie's house and showing it. So I don't know if your side is actually...
They've doxed both people they're filing against. After they've fully doxed both people they've filed against.
Requiring defendants to immediately remove any existing online content, video posts, publications, or that reference plaintiff in the defamatory, assess, or harassing or intrusive matter, and to certify in writing that such content has been permanently removed from all platforms under their control. 6, ordering defendants to reimburse plaintiff for any costs incurred in addressing or mitigating the harm caused by the defendant's authorized disclosure and defamatory conduct, including but not limited to legal fees, investigative costs, and any necessary remedial actions. 7, mandating the defendants inform their audience, including followers, supporters, subscribers, and associates, to cease and desist from all defamatory, harassing, or threatening behavior, and to provide evidence to the court within 7 days, confirming that such instructions have been issued in good faith. 8, granting such other and further preliminary relief as the honorable court deems just as appropriate to prevent ongoing appropriate harm to plaintiff. B, after trial, a permanent injunction, permanently prohibiting defendants from committing any further acts of disclosure, dissemination, public sharing, or private communications involving plaintiff and their associates, and from any future violations of Pennsylvania wiretap law, which I think is probably directed to barbecue it, because I don't think Granny has done anything of wiretapping to anyone. 10.
Here, listen, it says, what 7 states have the RICO laws? Pennsylvania, Hawaii, Arizona, Florida, Rhode Island, Georgia, and Indiana have enacted RICO statutes, while such laws are pending in New Jersey, California, and Massachusetts.
10, permanently enjoining defendants, as well as any agents, employees, affiliates, or acting on their behalf, from making any defamatory, harassing statements regarding plaintiff and from engaging in any conduct intended to harm plaintiff's reputation, privacy, or personal safety. Like, how are you supposed to do that? Like, basically, like, that's impossible. You cannot control other people's actions.
Essentially, like, what they want, like, that's essentially what should happen to Betty, in my opinion. This is the stuff that Chris and Katie should be asking to happen to Betty, in my opinion, because of the harassment. They're like, this is awful.
Directing defendants to return any confidential or private information obtained during the course of their conduct, including but not limited recording messages and other data related to plaintiff in whatever form existed, and certify that no copies survives. Okay. Barring defendants, contacting plaintiff, or any named individuals in this action directly or indirectly through any means for any purpose other than court sanctions communications. Like 13, mandating defendants from informing their audience, including followers, supporters, subscribers, associates, to cease and desist from all defamatory, harassing, or threatening behavior, or provide evidence of the court within 7 days, confirming that such instructions have been issued in good faith. 14, ordering defendants to reimburse plaintiff for all costs, expenses, damages arising from the unlawful conduct, including punitive damages as appropriate for the willful and malicious actions. And 15, granting such other further permanent relief as such this honorable court deems appropriate. Fully and finally resolve the matter and issue to protect plaintiff from ongoing. So basically they're asking them to control other people, what they say, control their audience, not actually raise money for a defense of a legal fund, to show their billing, which is crazy to me because whatever. You're not really, that's not allowed. That's like me asking Mr. Hey, so-and-so, can we see the bit, like how much you get paid, Mr. Attorney? Like, that's not how it works with bills. And asking for private messages to be sent back. And it's like, what does that encompass? Would that encompass like even like text that barbecue lady made with Tony Mathis? Like they were in communications. It wasn't like she went into his computer and hacked his account and grabbed all his information. This is open communications that I have. I don't know, man. Just a ridiculous situation. You know, ridiculous. Said last night it's a ploy to raise money for the award that is played. I don't know, man. It just seems to me like a waste of, in my opinion, just a waste of time, a waste of money. And I don't know if a judge is going to be what he's going to do, because number one, these are two separate people. They don't have a corporation together. They don't have an agreement together. They're basically trying to silence people from freedom of speech. And they're talking about having stopping them from raising money. It's like, while suing them simultaneously. It's like, we're going to sue a single mother, like a mother of who has a single mother of kids, to not raise money to defend themselves while we sue them. Why? And what if someone sends a super chat and it's like, here it goes for the legal fund? What, she's supposed to refund that? If it's just sent by random people? It just doesn't make sense. It just seems like something that's not actionable. If you're going to sue someone for defamation, sue them for defamation. Show your defamation and show your damages. But all this stuff doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. It's it just doesn't. If you have a defamation claim, bring it. Put it into court and make it simple. Be like, so-and-so said something untrue. It damaged my reputation.
Are we done with
Yeah,
this
we're done.
one?
Yeah, we're done.
So take it out. You read all of it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Hong states, I am the managing partner of At Night Media, LLC, and can thus state the facts set forth within the attached complaint for injunctive relief, memorandum in support of complaint, and preliminary injunctive relief and final injunctive relief petition are true and correct to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief.
Yeah, but where's your contracts for your other people for At Night Media? If you have a contract, these people signed up, and what's the date they signed up? That's what I would like to know. Because I don't feel like you can actually sue people for retroactively for things that happened a while ago. Maybe I'm off in my understanding. That's my opinion, by the way. Please say allegedly on your opinion, chat, because they are screenshotting. Well, I don't think you can control the actions of people in a chat. Because if that's the case, a lot of people
It sounds like more of an issue that they need to take up with YouTube, whose parent company is Google. And this sounds more of an issue that they need to take up from there. Furthermore, I want to know what Tennessee law enforcement would say about this bullshit, because Tennessee law enforcement has specifically said they are not working with Nick, and it is required that law enforcement expressly written permission to have Nick in, given some of the schemes he's done in his background. So how does any of this work? Like that right there, in and of itself, major questions.
Yeah, I mean, and I think like the issue is that you're gonna have to put this in front of a judge and argue it. So I mean, okay, and you know, if they want to go forward with this, I would suggest like try to get through it as quickly as possible to get to the front of the judge and get this going. That's my advice. Get it, you know, immediately. No stall tactics. Tell them,
You know
oh,
what's going to happen? Dog the Bounty Hunter is trying to pitch a new show in its first season, The Quest to Find Sebastian Rogers. Don't you see all of this? It's built right from what's unfolding in your eyes. It's a LARP right in front of us.
Yeah,
Mark my words.
And the problem is like, I just think it makes them look really bad. I mean, you have this document, and it just makes them look like weird, like. So like this, just the part where like the, you know, he's having some sort of sexual relationship with Michaela. I'm like, wait a minute. So like, what are you doing? Yeah, it's like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, bro, your son's missing. You're shitting on Chris and Katie, but yet you're doing all these things. It's like, bro, and then you're like wondering why people are looking at you. And the problem is, you can sue all these content creators and bring all the frivolous lawsuits you want. But the fact is you're not going to change their opinion, because all you're going to do is you're going to make people look at you like, whoa, what the fuck is this? You know, you might get some sycophants that sit there and be like, oh, this is great. This is wonderful. But eventually people get wise to it and be like, what the hell is going on here? This is making absolutely zero sense. That's just an opinion I have. I don't know how this helps you find Sebastian. I don't know how you actually direct your plan is. It sounds like something that is not helping. These are accusations as are what writers would do in a script for a movie. Yeah, I mean, it seems like something out of like a Netflix special. I'm wondering if that's like the next stage where they make it so like, you know, the triumph of music, and then just the lawyer comes in, because I don't know. But to me, it's like, you know, life is not about a movie. This is about a missing child. This is about a child that's missing, and, you know, other people's lives, and you're just making a joke about it. You're just doing this for like fame and fortune. It's like really sick, actually. I do want to know how they're suing over a conclusion of law that LE hasn't even remotely implied that Chris and Katie are interfering in the case. Yeah, like how you have to actually show how YouTubers talking online are interfering with your investigation. You also have to show how you did your investigation, which is I don't think they quite understand. They can't just make accusations. They have to like show. So they have to show proof of like what type of searches have they done, what type of grid searches, and like they don't also. Oh, we're being attacked by Duke or the other dog. Whatever. Dog has allegedly had 2 potential shows that did not take off in the last 2 years, according to a few internet searches, allegedly. Yeah, he's doing his dog pat.
And Nick works, and we know that Nick's affiliated with TMZ. Tell me again, and with it, this sounds like a very big publicity stunt. Again, do you think if law enforcement in Tennessee wanted these folks working with them, especially after like what we just learned watching Leilani's trial, they had it from day one, right? They had it figured out, and they had to wait on the Celebrate data. They had to wait on the gray key or whatever it is, the Greystone, whatever. Tell me again.
So Tammy Clip says, you know what I think? They made all these crazy rumors like truth serum, and then we all discussed it, and they're acting like we made it up. It's a setup. You know what? That's a good opinion to have.
I've thought that's very similar to what I've thought.
You know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
the problem is like truth is not defamation. If someone basically claims that they got to do truth serum and they got text messages and all that stuff, not text, I mean Twitter messages, that's what you said, and people reacted. Simple as that. But yeah, it sucks. I just like what gets me annoyed is like I know like seeing through Queen's process and other processes, it's just the BS that's going to take a couple of months if you're lucky, like maybe less if they're really lucky, less than 6 months. They're unlucky, years to deal with this BS, and it's like okay, so it's up to Granny what she wants, and it's up to Barbecue what they want to do. It's a tough situation to go through. But I have to say, like, those people who are like laughing and championing this, oh, good luck, because that might come down to you next. Like, this doesn't, what stops this from happening to you? That's the question. And nothing really. And if this is like allowed, you might as well just shut off your YouTube channel. Everyone just shut off and just let the, not even bother talking about the case. Just ignore them. As simple as that. But yeah, we'll see. Barbecue was literally showing her cards that she was going to blow all this up with her money scheme. I don't know about that. So was Seth on a live in there? No. Well, yep, Sebastian's lost. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. Like, tell Queen to show SF's Twitter. Let me see what's on Twitter.
We showed it last night, baby.
I don't know if he posted something new. So
Tammy's clip says, you know what I think? They made all these crazy rumors like truth serum, then we all discussed it, and they're acting like we made it up. It's a setup. Darcy said SF posted some on Twitter, but see, SF's been going back and forth on Twitter, and I didn't know SF and Nerdy Addict had a lawsuit with each other. I had no idea about that. But I did hear that there's a big thing going on between Nerdy Addict and Nick the Hat, and that Dog the Bounty Hunter called and left a voicemail on Nerdy Addict. Allegedly, yeah, allegedly. This is on his Twitter. You can go to Nerdy Addict's Twitter. Pull it up real quick. We'll put it up. We'll show it.
I did that, but like I kind of get worried if it's like he voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but I'm saying it's there. It's on Twitter. It's not something we just made up. It's not a lie. I'll show it because it is there. So let me go. I'll go figure out how to get into my Twitter again. So I'm going to show it, though. Brianna says, I do want to know how they're suing over a conclusion of law. Ellie hasn't even remotely implied that Chris and Katie are referring or interfering in the case, which I agree with that. Shelby Lynn says, oh, I agree. I'm just saying what I saw in the chat. So meaning if everyone agrees by Monday, there will be no press conference and this will go away. In my opinion, that shows me that this is bullshit, in my opinion, allegedly. In my opinion, I agree, Shelby. Hold on. She says, Nick said in the chat last night that it goes away by Monday. Okay, yeah, that's the... What chat was that? Do you know? Was it the Mr. E and all that bullshit? The three Betty supporters, in my opinion. Is that what it is?
Yeah, probably. It's probably in that chat.
I don't really know Nerdy like that. I don't really know him that well. I just know of him. He popped up on our channel before, like, you know what I'm saying? Popped up to say hey, but like I said, I didn't know there was all these issues even going on with him. I didn't know him and SF were suing each other. I had no idea. Like, all this is news to me.
Yeah, that's why I'm like a little worried about like the voice, like because sometimes people can walk for your voice. So I mean, in your opinion, it does sound like Dog to me, but I'm just saying it's.
Well, he alleges that it's Dogs the Bounty Hunter
Yeah.
stuff on his Twitter. It's not that I did it. So
yeah.
Here, let me see.
So this is you're being attacked by Dog the Bounty Hunter, stopping you from playing this. Dog the Bounty Hunter.
No, I have the fucking windows open, so they got to bark at every goddamn noise, a squirrel, anything going by, they have to bark. So that's what this is.
Dog the Bounty Hunter coming after you. So we will listen to it. I'll see. People see. Oh, we see. Nick said doesn't. Let me see. So I think Mr. SF is going in on. I've just seen it, so pretty much he's hoping that he gets sued. Actually, but it's interesting. Very interesting. So Mr. SF says, if I had been named in the lawsuit, and I honestly wish I was, I would immediately call a press conference for 9:55 a.m. Tuesday on the steps of the Delaware County Court of Common Pleas, announcing the filing of an abusive process and malicious prosecution action against attention-seeking lawyer Bruce L. Castor Jr. and Joseph Lesnick for their blatant malicious misuse of the RICO Act. I would also fully support and donate to GoFundMe, not to defend the lawsuit, but take action against those two corrupt attention-seeking lawyers. It's time to go on the offensive and put them on their heels and expose them for what they truly are: bottom-feeding media whores. This is SF's.
What is that? I was gonna say, where are you reading that at? SF?
Yeah, SF's post. I just read that. This is what he's saying, just in case.
So this is Nerdy Addict that says, after calling Doug the bounty hunter and Nick the liar, now I am a suspect in a cold case murder. And then this is the recording here that he's got.
Hi, this is Dog the bounty hunter. I am looking for someone that knows this punk named Ali. I'm doing a cold case murder investigation from Windsor Locks, Connecticut. And I just found absolute 100% proof that this Ali guy killed the person. So could you please give me a call back? Or, well, my phone is unmarked. So after you listen to this, will you answer? I'll give like 5 minutes. Thank you so much. I guess you should maybe keep this confidential because the feds, everybody knows, but it's going to break news in the next couple of days. All right. Thank you so much. Aloha. Bye-bye.
So you have 100% proof that a man committed murder, and you decide not to go to the police, but to call up the man and leave a message and go to the press?
I guess. I mean,
that sounds really AI.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, that's why I was like, I was iffy on it because I'm like, unless Dog comes out and says that's what I said, I'm a little sketchy on that, just in case. Though he did say punk, the little punk, which is kind of like what he says, right? That's a statement he usually says.
All I'm saying is that it's on his Twitter. Like, I don't know if it's true or if it's not true. I have no idea, but I'm just saying that's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's Dog. I can't speak on it one way or another. I have no idea. I just know that this was part of the, he said, if you have any, came out, it was put out after the lawsuit thing. It says if you have anything, you know what I mean? I guess he's got information. He's asking for the two that were, listed or sent this lawsuit or that are being served with this lawsuit to reach out to him. He's got information if they want it.
Yeah. Well,
from my understanding.
Well, my understanding is, I believe Nerdy Addict, didn't they used to work together with Nick the Hat?
I thought so. Somebody else said that too, but I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't fucking know any of this. I had no idea. I didn't even know him and SF were suing each other. This is all news to me.
Like JLR, I believe Nerdy Addict, and also Nick the Hat used to work together for a media company. And then
okay. Maybe that's how they all know each other then, maybe.
Yeah. And then the media company something happened to the media company.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of have, Nerdy does know Nick the Hat. He knew him years ago.
Ah, okay, so they do know each other then. Hey, Bitter T, how are you, baby?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
I'm all right. What's up? What you got to add, baby?
Well, I'm just now jumping on with you guys. And I've not read the end. I may have missed something, so don't let me. If y'all have already talked about this,
Well,
don't.
it's all right. You want to hop down and go over it, or you rewind and
Well,
listen, or
I tried to get part of
Hey,
it. I mean, I've tried to go back, but if
I have
I
to
heard
hop down.
something,
Sorry.
okay,
it's all
bye.
right.
Go ahead, Bitter T. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Um, have you guys read it all the way through the lawsuit?
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
Is there any mention of Betty's lawsuit? I mean, not lawsuit, but her criminal stuff at her TROs here in Tennessee?
What? I'm sorry.
Is there any mention of Betty's criminal stuff and her TROs here in Tennessee?
I don't know. Maybe you'd have to go over it. Honestly, I don't
Well,
know.
I don't think
the
so.
reason I ask is because from what I've seen, which is not 100% all of it, because I've not decided to sit here and watch hours and hours of the live, but I've seen them bits and pieces from various ones. But anyway, if that's not included, I think that, in my opinion, I think that that's not appropriate in a document. I think that her attorney could get in trouble for not including that.
I
And
think it's interesting. I like, but personally, I think there's a lot of issues.
I do too. But that was one thing I was thinking, and but that could totally be in there, like hidden somewhere, and I missed it. But I don't see it from where I've seen. But I'm kind of seeing the writing on the walls too, for a lot of people that are fixing to be named that just haven't been named. Is that what y'all are seeing too? Like,
Yeah, I mean, when you put like at like 50 plus John Does as defendants or Jane Does, whatever the thing, to me it seems like you want to add other people to it, and you just don't, you want to get it through filing and then you just add them randomly. I just feel like that to me. The problem with that is like I
do
don't
you
think
feel
it's
like
good.
you know who are some of the players that they're fixing to
No,
add? You
no,
don't?
nope, nope,
I
no
kind of
clue.
feel like I see a couple of people who may be, but I'm not certain. I kind of feel like that, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm also curious whether or not, since they are such Beatty supporters, in my opinion, I'm kind of wondering if she's going to try to bring Duty Ron in on it.
Well, I mean, you got to prove racketeering, basically, that these people had, you know, Granny was basically and Barbecue Lady are doing racketeering.
Correct.
So it's like, I know, like, and if you type in Google racketeering, it's like a type of organized crime that involves pattern of illegal activities for profit. It's not specific crime, but rather a way to prosecute a variety of illegal activity. So you'd have to prove that what Barbecue Lady and Granny did were crimes, and then that's how they're profiting from crimes. So, and then you're suing them to be compensated because your business was damaged because of their criminal activities.
Right.
The problem is that being on YouTube and talking about people, the only thing you can really pursue is defamation. If they defamed you, that would make sense. You'd go and you'd say, "Oh well, they said this. My character was damaged," or "I'm going for this one," but it just doesn't make sense to me because it's just you have to basically convince people that these two people are basically have an organized criminal organization that is breaking the law to profit, which I don't think, as much as people don't like. And for civil RICO, you have to prove that the crimes over a period of time.
Like,
Yeah.
well, one of the things that I had not, one of the things that I had not, one of the
Oh, you're breaking up.
one of the things that I had not,
Oh, you just really broke up. Yeah, you need to disconnect or something or come back. You like it's really bad. Oh, and then she's gone and voice is gone. The aliens got her. They abducted her. She knew too much. She knew too much. She was about to tell us how to help us out. She was abducted by the aliens.
All right, Peter, you're back up here. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's
I
all right.
think StreamYard kicked me.
Oh, no problem.
One thing I also had not known, and you guys may have known it, was about that Nick the Hat had been contacted Chris Proudfoot. Like, how would any of us know that? Had y'all known that?
No. I don't know nothing about that guy. The only thing I know about that guy is I watched his videos, we reviewed his videos. And I read an article about his arrest years ago, and that's pretty much it. I pretty much forgot about the guy, to be honest with you. I was too, you know what I mean? Like, the guy disappeared. There was no reason to talk about him because he wasn't making any more videos, or the videos he was making was like not worth even discussing, and everyone kind of ignored him. Same thing with Tony, except for when he went on Court TV and went like berserk with him. But yeah.
So, like, how would he even think
You're breaking
that?
up again.
Holy crap, what's going on?
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Oh my God, you're breaking up.
She can't hear you. I know you want to yell at her and tell her, but she can't hear you over that. That's why I just try to mute her and boot her off the panel because she can't hear either one of us.
Yeah,
when it's doing that.
Yeah, I know. It just hurts my ear so much.
No, I know.
I'm like, oh my God. But anywho. So did you see Davis's fam's video with Mr. Justin and Brittany J talking about it? That was pretty interesting. And Queen's gone. And Queen's gone. Also, Seth has his own channel that he does nothing with. I just honestly, in my opinion, I think the guy has been a negative influence in the case. I think he's been his own worst enemy, and I think he's an asshole. An opinion of the man. Do I think he's committed, done anything to Sebastian? No. Do I think he's like completely done everything to mess up this case because of his stupidity and arrogance and anger towards his ex-wife? Yes. Yeah, Kels, they came in exactly then. And like a lot of the statements that are being like put into there are previous to not even being around or even signing up with these people. So it's like very weird. Very, very weird. Based on vengeance using Grievous against the one they don't like. Yeah, it's very weird. So she should have to stop her channel. Yeah, well, the problem with her is she said some stupid things that she probably should not have said in that document. And also the fact is like, you're naming another person you're currently in litigation with, which is not a very smart move. Not a smart move at all, especially when you have an emergency hearing on the 21st. And you're stating that you can't show up to the, to your normal hearing, but yet you're engaging in other litigation. That you're basically accusing Queen of like helping legal activities in RICO. Brilliant move, by the way, Betty. Brilliant. I'm sure that's not going to bite you in the ass. The facts of the matter is that people are out there using missing teenager for personal vengeance. That is disgusting. Yeah. And I don't see how people can like watch like Brittany J and all these other people and then proceeded to so I'll start with her. And then proceeded to like be okay with it. Like you're watching these people and they're like, oh, we care about Sebastian. We want, and then like their whole channel is about first shitting on Chris and Katie. And then basically like all this other bullshit just crazy to me. Who was born? Betty. Let me see. I don't get how people watch Jaundice for All. I don't see how people watch him. I think he has no spine. I don't like him. I think he goes with the wind and anything that's popular, and he's okay with anything as long as it doesn't involve him. Oh well, people get sued frivolously. Okay, but Betty gets arrested for her for harassment. Oh well, that's stopping her freedom. Like, sir, pick a lane. Pick a lane. I just don't like him. I think he's a spineless individual who will go with the flow, and people give him a lot of passes because he talks softly, right? They think he's a nice guy, but the truth of the matter is, I just think he's he's not a nice guy. I think a lot of his actions have never been nice, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I think he's always been a very a mean person, but he hides it well because he has a soft voice and he's kind of boring. And people think he's this nice guy, and he's not. Everything he does is not what a nice guy does. So he's tricked you. He's tricked a lot of people. So, and that's my opinion on that guy. I don't like him. I think he is terrible, in my opinion. And he's got away with a lot of shenanigans on this platform. A lot of shenanigans. The other people got crucified for it, but him, nope. Because he's got a soft voice and he's he doesn't scream as much. He gets away with that stuff. Betty already said she's involved with the 52 offensive. Her party is claiming I sent messages you mentioned on her channel to gather people for petitions against YouTubers. Yeah. She's going to make that claim, but, she's going to have to prove that claim.
Hey, Bitter T, what's up?
Okay, I'm not gonna try this one more time because I don't know why StreamYard keeps booting me. I apologize.
No, it's me booting you because you are roboting in and out, and it's hurting B Tim's ears.
Oh, I apologize. I think maybe I'm fixed this time.
Yeah. By the way, Quinn, I got a skedaddle. I'll see you.
Oh.
I got a skedaddle.
All right, we'll see you, baby.
I'm sorry, B Tim.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I'm just gonna.
I apologize. I hope you're not running because of me.
No, I'm just I have to do a couple of things in real life. I'll see you.
Well,
guys.
I was just in to run off anyway. I wasn't gonna. Well, I mean, I was running because I thought you do the great job up there. You and her run it. You run this hive better than anybody else I know. So I mean, besides Queen.
No, it was the robot, and it was hurting our ears. It's not. He's got real life stuff he's got to go do. But I'm saying the robot, and it just was squealing or whatever. So he was trying to let you know, but you couldn't hear him. So I was booting you to make sure you was able to fix it or.
Right. I got these new earbuds, and
yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, and they keep trying to connect, and then they work, and then they
Well, then if it's causing you that much trouble, just when you come on the panel, turn them off.
That's why I just did that. So hopefully they're not trying to connect again.
And then disconnect turn off your Bluetooth on your phone, and they won't connect.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do just then. So I'm not very savvy, and I know not to tell y'all my personal business, but this last week I've been having trouble with my vision, and the doctor gave me this new medication 6 weeks ago, and he was like, "We're going to try this." And when I went back, a lot of my vision had gotten worse, and I can't see, and they're putting this medication in them. So anyway, I can't see good enough to push buttons on this phone. So I don't know if I'm doing things correctly or not in that little, in the settings part, because I can't see real good right now. So I apologize.
It's not the settings part, baby. It's just when you pull down your drop down menu, you just disconnect the Bluetooth part. That's all, and then it won't.
It's just me being able to see it. It's just me being able to see it. So I'm trying.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's hold on a second. Here goes nerdy and either can't chat for long. I'm on the farm. Hold on. I'm on the lamb from Dog to Bounty. Yeah, what I didn't know all that stuff was going on, man. I had no idea. Actually, someone sent it to me yesterday and told me about it. So I didn't like I said, I didn't know all that was going on. Yesterday was I felt like I was in the fucking Twilight Zone.
I was going to say something else about that lawsuit, but let
Which
me
one?
go. The one against the big one
Granny
against
and
Greg.
the
Yeah,
barbecue lady? Yeah.
because I sent Granny a message this morning, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like SF. I think if I were the ones who got served, excuse me, I would be on this. I would do my own presser first thing Tuesday morning, and I would do it before theirs.
That's one way to do it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, really and truthfully, I would. I I mean, because I think, in my opinion, I mean, they're getting blamed for things that, like, truthfully, and they're not attached as exhibits as showing, like, for example, the the parole board comment things,
Yeah.
like, um like, how are they going to attribute that to Granny watching, or barbecue lady, which I don't watch her stuff anyway, so I don't know anything about her. So when I say Granny watching, just
Yeah, I
omit
was gonna
that.
say I don't really watch too much TikTok either. I didn't. I fuck all that. They were telling me stuff that was going on over there in the chat last night. I'm like, what the hell?
And I really don't watch Granny's watching to be a lot either. I mean, I did think Granny watching. I do watch her some, but not as much as I watch you. You're primarily the only one I watch, except for when I come on in the afternoon. Sometimes I kind of skip around and watch people's just so I can get something to, like,
Right.
how I'll come back and I'll say, "Did you see such and such?" It's because I've kind of skipped around in the afternoon and watched just small short clips of
Uh.
something. And I really don't watch anything other than I did watch Granny watching a clip that she did one afternoon. It was late in the afternoon, nobody else was on, and she did one with Lord, the woman that's in Florida that you've had on panel before, Justice, or no,
Uh
I
huh.
can't think of her name. But oh
Okay.
goodness, that's gonna ruin me till
Well,
I
it's
can
all
think
right,
of.
baby. I'm gonna go ahead and play this
Any,
video. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and
oh
keep
yes,
it
go
moving
ahead, do
low.
your thing. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry. Go
okay.
ahead.
You have anything else to add before you drop down?
Yeah.
It's up to you. I mean, you can stay up here. You can drop down. It's up to you.
If I'm not bothering you, I'll stay here if you want me to, unless you've got somebody else you want to
Well,
talk to on
it's up to
panel.
you, honey. I don't care what you do, but I'm
Oh,
gonna go ahead and
well,
play
I'll
this
stay on
video.
panel to
So,
give you somebody to talk to if you want to.
all right, go ahead and mute up for a minute.
Okay, let me get my little screen back to my mute. Let me get
Okay,
back there.
I can do it. Yeah, I can do
I
it.
got.
It's
Oh,
okay, baby. It's all good. Okay, here we go.
1976
This is
allowances
no
make the
wire.
fair use.
This is no wire hangers. Nefarious priorities. Let's watch this.
For purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholar, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that may otherwise be infringing.
A good place to a very rotten place to be at times, especially when it comes to avocation. These people have not done this just to Bullhorn Betty, but have done this to multiple creators and multiple people that are non-creators or people that support creators and things of that nature. About a year or so ago, I tried to get some of this to stop with.
See, right there out of her own mouth, about a year ago, she tried to get, quote unquote, some of this to stop. This is where her criminal organization campaign bullshit came. This is where she came up with. She also got on her live stream and said that people on YouTube want to unalive her, or they want to watch her unalive herself. Those were both statements that were made that are, in my opinion, completely fucking insanity. Complete fucking insanity. I wouldn't want to watch her or anyone else hurt themselves on this platform or any other platform, and I would hope that that wouldn't ever happen. I would hope that she would never, ever do something like that.
now she's saying that happened a year ago. That started happening.
No, she's saying that a year ago she started trying to, you know, bring attention to it and take care of it and bring light to it.
But that didn't have anything to do with Sebastian Rogers' case.
No, this is just Betty with her criminal organization bullshit. She's been pushing that narrative, in my opinion, for a year. She just said a year ago. She started in with it about a year ago.
Okay.
The lawsuit that you guys all know about, and that has been fought and you know, we'll see what the judge
Dismissed and
has to say about a
refiled.
couple of
It's been dismissed, and then you refiled it, and it's a frivolous lawsuit. Let's keep it real.
upcoming hearings or upcoming situations. But then it progressed into the Sebastian Rogers case with the utmost intensity of damaging anybody and everybody looking for this child, but looking for this child that could see or had a differing opinion of them, so much so that they lied under oath and had me thrown in jail. These are things that we all witnessed. This is something that's pretty significant. You threw somebody.
Here's No Wire Hangers link. Please make sure you guys sub up to her and give her a view, give her a like. She puts out good videos. In my opinion, they're very good videos. So
In jail that committed no crimes over lies.
Actually, it's because you chose not to go to court, and then according to the judge, you violated those protective orders that were granted against you. It had nothing to do with anybody else. It had nothing to do with the hate channel or whatever you say. It had nothing to do with my channel or me or anybody else. It was solely on you not going to court and violating the orders. That's it.
Over brigading a law enforcement, and I'm one of many stories. Okay, I'm just one person that underwent this. There are many people that have also been, maybe not to the extent, but let's take Nick the Hat for example. They took my freedom away from me for 19 hours when I committed no crimes, and they were trying to go after Nick the Hat and have him go back and serve the rest of his sentence. And
when did that come into play? This is the first time I'm hearing that. When did they want Nick to go back, and when did this happen? When did this fucking happen? I guess I don't understand when this went down. When they wanted him to go back and finish his sentencing or whatever.
Have him violated for parole, literally taking years away from him. This is not YouTube BS. Okay, this is not just the BS that happens on YouTube. This is real life with real life consequences, and talking about taking people's freedoms away because you don't like their commentary. This is a significant situation. And not only that, but this case emboldened this network of people that were working together to accomplish these things.
There is no network of people. I have my channel. Other people have their channels. I do discussions over here. Other people do discussions on their channels. There's no criminal enterprise. There's no channels that are all working together, that are all ran together. There's no YouTube creator enterprise. None of that exists. Okay? Like it's I don't know where the fuck that was made up at, but sounds like it's something out of a fucking movie, if you ask me.
And hinder an investigation. There is overwhelming amount of evidence related to this case that's properly cataloged. I can tell you that. It sounds like the attorneys are ready and willing to go to trial. It sounds like this stuff.
Oh, is that so? Because I just recall somebody saying Nick the Hat was in a chat saying it would be resolved by Monday. So something about Monday. It could be resolved by Monday. So I honestly highly doubt, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, do your own research, form your own opinions. I don't think he's gonna want, I don't think he's gonna want to waste his time on going through a trial with all the. Lord, help us all, if that's what happens. Lord, help us all.
Needs to come to an end. And it
does.
sounds like
It
there's
really
a lot of
does.
people other than me that are sick and tired of this.
Really, because this is supposed to be about Sebastian, in my opinion, not you and Seth, or anybody else for that matter.
This nonsense. These are criminal acts. We've been talking about them for years. And
what I tell y'all, she's been talking about criminal enterprise, and you know what I'm saying. She tried to say me and Blank Screen and Burnt Toast and Savage and I mean all these people. She tried to say we were all in a criminal enterprise together. That's a fucking lie. Fuck, me and Savage don't even fucking like each other. You think we ain't no goddamn criminal enterprise? We wasn't before, and we ain't now. It's all in my fucking lawsuit. If you guys listen to it or read it, go back through my lawsuit. Go back through the shit that she's put in there, the filings that she's made.
It is unfortunate that all these people can come together for a hate campaign and literally try to ruin people's lives over a case of, avocation. You have a right to have your opinion about cases. We have our opinion about the case all the time, but you do not have the right to destroy people's life because of your opinion. You do not have the right to harm somebody's reputation because you don't like them and you want to make up lies about them. This has been going on for years, but this right here, what we're talking about in this particular matter, has happened since Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing. It was emboldened and it was fierce. The level of hate and disruption and misinformation and disinformation was rampant. And it was all geared toward Seth, which is the one person that actually has a confirmed and corroborated alibi with witnesses. So a lot of people that have tried to support the truth have been silenced in very barbaric ways. This is a
What? What? Silenced in very barbaric ways. Holy shit, what in the fuck is she talking about? Silenced in barbaric ways. What is going on? Oh my God. Lordy, Lord. What are we gonna do, y'all? Listen to this bullshit.
Goodness. My goodness.
serious lawsuit. People are saying they don't have jurisdiction. I don't know if they know the process of federal law, but they have established that, So there are.
But look, Andra, it's not a federal lawsuit. I know you maybe wanted it to be. I don't know. But it's not a federal lawsuit. It's filed in Pennsylvania. So.
Are two people from Pennsylvania, and that's Barbecue Lady and Granny's Watching, that are the lawsuit, geared the lawsuit toward, including 50 does. There were some of those does revealed in the complaint. There are a lot of does that will be revealed over time. Clearly, the objective here is to get the criminal enterprise to stop being a criminal enterprise. What they are.
Oh, and it's here. It says that's why you are facing up to 6 years for your criminal behavior. Isn't that odd? Someone's out on bond with, facing criminal charges, but yet talking about a criminal enterprise.
Yes. I agree.
You have entered the twilight zone.
We're in a lineal space.
We
A
They've
paradigm.
known for a very long time what they're doing is criminal. And if you say no they don't, well, I can tell you that for quite some time we've discussed it on this channel how it is criminal. We've discussed this on this channel about how a lot of the stuff I do in person, because by doing it over the internet, it is a crime.
Yeah, showing up at people's houses, in my opinion, stalking people, you know, things like that. Yeah, that becomes a crime. And then when you record yourself doing it and you do it on a live stream, and they take that to a judge and file a order of protection or a protective order, a restraining order or whatever, and it gets granted, and you violate that order, yeah, that's criminal behavior, right?
Yep.
Good morning, Seth. Good morning.
I don't know. In my opinion, it's no longer about Sebastian, because listen, what this is going to do, in my opinion, is anybody that was talking about it, anybody that, had anything to say about it, they're no longer going to speak on it.
I agree about that too. It makes
You're
everybody
not,
afraid.
yeah, there's going to be, look, here before long, you're not even going to see his name or hear his name on any live streams anywhere.
They're trying to say that the neighbor Bobby, that this is the reason she's not speaking anymore, and not the neighbor, the family member Yada to Katie is not speak.
Well, like she said, she hasn't even spoke to that Yada lady in years. She's like years. Now, Duty Ron, he let me go grab his video. Literal Davis Fam did a good clip on that. I'm pretty sure it was her video. Let me go check. I know Hartley did some good ones too. Let's see. Well, and from my understanding with that lawsuit, I don't recall them asking for money other than like saying they wanted the attorney's fees paid, possibly. I'm not really sure. I guess I could be wrong, but I didn't see them. I didn't see any money being asked for other than the attorney's fees being paid for. To the one that just asked about it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Are you
I
there?
was pulling you
Oh,
up,
I thought you
Petty.
were dropped. I'm sorry. I thought you dropped.
No, I'm just grabbing this other video.
Oh.
It's YouTube. Let me see here. What's it called? YouTube Bad Actors is the channel. This is their clip, so I want to give them full credit for their clip on Duty Ron. But check this. He's you can tell he's sick of the shit, and I have a lot of respect for Duty Ron.
I mean, look,
I do too.
I don't even like to give her airtime, but I have to now. This has gone way too far, but this has happened first with Gabby Petito in 2021.
Wow. We know the abuse. We heard about the abuse. There is no way your family did not know that she was being abused inside that house.
Summer Wells, in that case, there was a circus atmosphere going on.
Where's your daughter? Where'd you bury her? Where did you put that poor baby? We want to know. We want to know.
Look at little Quentin Simon. That case in Georgia was a cluster.
You need help. Your grandson is dead, and you're still doing the same garbage that got him dead.
The motivation for her is not truly the victims or finding the missing people or children. It's for her own benefit. And she's got all her audience fooled. And I don't watch much of her, but I mean, I have to now go and look now that we see this. It's a disgrace.
Ron has done nothing to find Sebastian or arrest his killers. I agree. I agree. Judy Ron's an idiot. He's a buffoon. Send him that. Clip that. He's a buffoon. And I tell him, clip this too. I hope Judy Ron actually learns how to investigate before he opens his fat lips. Just saying. Because he's a narcissist. You may think I'm a psychopath, but I'd rather be a psychopath than his narcissism.
And, you know, I have seen channels like that. I've seen one person in particular. That's what that channel is all about.
It is what it is. Ed, this case attracts a lot of the jagaloons because these are people, anyone that's sticking up for that type of behavior is part of the jagaloon club. And the jagaloon is an adult that acts like a child. Go look it up. And there's tons of them out there. We do not protect or subscribe to that. And again, like I said, if you are supporting people who act like this, the case that we highlighted here is Bullhorn, Bullshit Betty. If you support her and you think what she's doing is okay, then definitely we're not for you and you're not for us. And that's as simple as it gets.
Judy Ron, I just think Judy Ron's an idiot. He doesn't need any cash to be an idiot. I can tell you that if I found out if he was on one of the cases as a detective, I'd have him removed as quickly as possible. Because if you can't even figure out, see the trees for the forest, you're not worth your salt in freaking detective work. Period. We would run circles around him.
Prayers and positive vibes for Sebastian Rogers to be found and brought home to his family, to both sides of the family, to Seth, to the Proudfoots, to Chris and Katie, and all people who love Sebastian. We send strength and positive vibes to you guys.
So yeah, that's Judy Ron.
Mm-mm. Do you think he might be named in it eventually?
Petty AF, you're up here with us.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Hey, Petty.
You hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I sure can.
Good morning, Petty. AF.
Well, evening. It's
Evening. Sorry.
nearly 8 o'clock now.
Oh, well, not for us, but good afternoon.
Yeah. Just to say, everything that comes out of my mouth is my opinion only. None of it is facts, and none of it is backed by Queen Bee. When is this woman going to learn that this is no longer about her? I don't get it. I don't understand. This is not about Sebastian anymore. This is about Betty's ego and how far she can push things.
Yeah, it's a hard concept to. Seems like it's a hard concept for her to grasp at this point. That this is way bigger than her now. You know.
Yeah. The thing is she's got tied up into this.
In my opinion, it's more about Sebastian, Seth, and a certain, in my opinion, a certain narrative.
Yeah. I think he's run away himself. I don't think Seth's got out to do it. I don't think Katie and Chris have got out to do it.
Yeah, I don't think Seth has anything to do with it. I don't think that Chris and Katie do either.
No. But this is just getting beyond a joke now. I don't know why she's going after Granny, because Granny's or why they are going after Granny, because Granny's done nothing wrong. Barbecue, I can understand she said a few things off the cuff, but to put Granny with somebody when she's done nothing wrong is just going to incriminate Granny.
I don't understand about Granny either, unless it's just because she's in PA.
I'd say
That's the
that's
only
it.
thing I can think. I do too. I think that's the only reason that she's
Well,
gone.
in my opinion, I think it's because Brittany's lined up with him, and she and Granny
Yes.
hate each other.
Yes.
I think, personally, in my opinion, that none of the people that are listed as plaintiffs understand what they're doing. And even more so after Nick's comment saying that if they comply by Monday, they'll drop it. That tells me everything I need to know. Nick has got no intention of running through with this. This is just a big publicity thing, in my opinion. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come out and said that. Comply with what? They haven't got to
That's what I was
comply
just
with
to say.
anything at this point.
Comply with what exactly by Monday? I mean, Granny Watson has done nothing. I mean, she doesn't even, I don't even think she's commented anything about it,
No, she hasn't.
especially in the last week or so. I think last week, I don't even know that she brought it up more than once or twice. And when she did, it was only good stuff.
Yeah. But his release saying that comment, it's just, to me, it's not a serious thing for them, in my opinion. It's just one of those things where they want to create as much havoc as they can, which is bizarre to me because they're supposed to be working for Seth. And if they're working for Seth, then they should be focusing purely on Sebastian, not running after some YouTubers. It's not fair, it's not right, they're trying to shut people up, but then they're out in the public complaining that everybody else is trying to shut them up, when that's far from the case. It's bizarre to me. I don't understand it whatsoever. I really don't.
I did just for shits and giggles. I watched about. I fast forwarded through like the first 10 minutes and listened to about the first 5 minutes between on Brittany J's live the other day, like yesterday, I guess it would be, because this all came out last night, right? So she had Justin, or is that his name, on Clutch Them Pearls or whatever. He was on there with her, and she was explaining herself of this is why she had fell asleep and nodded off the other night, because she was extremely tired from trying to come up, and this wasn't an easy decision for her to do this with it. But she basically, that Granny Washington has had this, I guess, vendetta, for lack of a better word, maybe, against her. And so, and that she had tried everything to get this away from, like to stop this, and that it leads me to believe that there's going to be some other people on that one, because she was talking about people who take their entire live streams and that this is their content. And I think she was, from what I gather from what she was saying, somebody, I think Kathy P is who she was referring to in that, taking her entire live streaming and doing commentary on it, which that's fair use, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I gathered that was going. But she blames Granny Watching for there's a clip channel, I guess, maybe what you call them. I don't watch, I mean, I don't really know what a clip channel is other than what I see from you guys. Is that all clip channels when they do like these little clips of them, but is it when they make like, when they do little characters out of them, is that considered still a
No.
clip channel? No.
Well, I don't know how it all works. I know clip channels are just the ones where they take a clip and they put it out.
Well, they make characters out of her apparently on some channel, and on those channels that they're making these characters out of her and doing these little episodes with her, but they're also using her shows against her. That's kind of, she blames Granny Watching for that, but it's not under Granny Watching's name, so I don't know who's actually behind that. but she claims
No.
Granny watching this, but I don't know.
No, I don't think it's Granny's watching.
I
But my
concur.
issue
I
is,
don't either.
what has Brittany falling asleep got anything to do with Sebastian? Why have they stated in the lawsuit that everything's attacking Sebastian's case when nobody's attacking Sebastian's case? We, or the YouTubers, pick out the family members' behaviours and discuss it. And to be honest,
Oh, she
the
specific.
biggest,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't
it's
mean
okay.
to interject. Go ahead, finish, and then I'll say what I was.
The biggest problem for me is you've got Betty out there saying that Sebastian's defective. You've got Betty out there saying that Chris and Katie are murmurers. They've hid the body. She's made that very public. You've got Betty saying XYZ about different YouTubers, but then they've slapped somebody who's done nothing wrong, in my opinion, Granny's watching, with a lawsuit for doing none of that. So how is it that Betty's all right to give out all the threats and dish out all the hate, but then everybody else has got to pay for it?
What I was going to say was, she had specifically said on there that one thing that they were talking about was how Seth should not be gone after as a possible suspect, and that all this proof had been shown that there's no way he could be a suspect in the disappearance of Sebastian, because he had taken this not TBI, the lie detector test on Nancy Grace, and the time card proof
Yeah,
had been
but
shown, and that there's no way he could have he could have done it, and that she was saying that this could cause Seth to be, hold on just a second, that Seth could be injured at work, because where everybody's saying that Seth was having sexual relations with someone underage, which where they were talking about with Katie, and they were saying, what if that got back to one of the prisoners that he was watching, that he could be injured by them, and also that could also hurt his work contract, because he wouldn't be able to work there due to some type of questioning or something, that he had to fill out his contract with work.
yeah, that's fair enough. But what I don't understand is, it was Seth who came out and said he was a suspect. It was Seth who came out and said that Katie had these abortions, terminations before she was 18. It was Seth who's feeding the public this information, and now everybody wants, or they want people not to talk about it. Well, that's fair enough, but nobody was talking about Seth being a suspect until Seth said he was a suspect.
I concur.
And this whole lawsuit thing, the plaintiffs in it, they haven't got a case to stand on. Even with barbecue, they've got no case. You can't go after someone just for having an opinion. And the fact that I just think it's all going to blow up in all their faces. And if there's any countersuits come back from barbecue or Granny, the people that are going to be affected are the plaintiffs in that. It's not going to be at night, because it's not at night named as the plaintiff. It's Betty, it's Brittany, it's Seth. And the fact that they're saying if they comply, they'll drop it by Monday, is just telling. It's just saying that they know they haven't got a case, but they want people to shut up. But people aren't doing what they're accusing them of. That's Betty. Betty's doing all that. All of it, in my opinion.
I agree. I was just verbatim. That's exactly what she was saying on her channel that day that I called. I mean, last night I guess it was, or this morning when I watched the playback for those 5 or 10 minutes, and I don't even think I watched it 10 minutes. That was what she was saying. Was I guess I guess that's what she was saying, that part of the lawsuit was over. Now I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly where that would come from. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that ties into everything. I don't know if that has to do with what's to come. I don't know if that ties in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's just a bunch of people who've got together. They want 15 minutes of fame, in my opinion, allegedly.
Well, I
And
think they've all got a lot of problems all together. They're all got these problems, and they're trying to hunt someone to blame for it. Or if they
Yeah.
don't have these problems, in actuality, they're manufacturing it. Because if all these people did contact, for example, Nick the Hat's probation officer, and Granny didn't incite it. People
No.
did it on their own, and it's not their fault. It was their fault for issuing something talking about the truth serum and stuff. That obviously brings. I mean, that perks your ears. No wonder who you are. I mean, that makes me like perk up and be like, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't sound so great. But as we all discussed, they're not going to go around pulling people in. But to the normal person, it scares you. And they're talking about that. Like as part of the lawsuit, they're talking about Uncle Taco and his wife, and they're talking about that postal FBI, whatever they are, that supposedly came to their house. They have part of it, but they don't have proof that the person come to the house.
There's not, in my opinion, there's nothing in that lawsuit that can be proven, apart
Right.
from Barbecue made a comment on somebody's stream saying that she wanted to come after Tony with all the legal
Yeah.
help she can get. And why not? They're going after her. There's been
Right.
nothing that's been said that qualifies anybody to go on RICO charges, in my opinion. Nothing. The only people that are out there saying horrible stuff is Betty. And there's
Well,
no way
she,
of getting around that.
hold on, Literal Davis fam clipped Brittany saying why she explains her role in this fuckery and why. Let's listen to it.
You're going to play it? That's what I saw then.
My situation is, even though my situation has been taking place a lot longer, this all kind of comes in together because you have a separate situation, which is my situation, which all y'all know about. And then we have Sebastian Rogers' case, who all of us have been covering. And we have a group of people who have taken this case and used it as a way to bash others on YouTube. And so we have this situation where I'd already had issues with Granny's watching, right? And then since Sebastian's case has started taking Front Street, it's become a major talking point and basically used as a weapon to come against, and not just against myself, but many others who support Seth Rogers, to the point where, all of the creators that support him can't talk about, Sebastian or the case without having a live stream done about us the very next day. Our live streams are recorded. Our, anything that we post, whether it be a community post, is looked at. Our words are critiqued. Our chats are critiqued. The subscribers have been attacked. And it's a situation where I told you guys this the other day. Just think about it. As soon as Seth and Tony announced that there's going to be a vigil, what happens? You have all these people that start looking up everybody who's going to take part in the vigil. They pull up all their names. They try to go, find out what organizations they affiliate with. Are they legitimate? Where's this money going? And to the point where a private vigil for a 15-year-old boy has become a circus show. And you have multiple live streams on the day that Sebastian's vigil is taking place. And it's no longer about Sebastian and bringing awareness, something beautiful, a vigil where a lot of people are coming together. They have this awesome bike ride, You know, even down to the shirts, Justin, were made fun of that day.
What do you mean?
When they did the vigil for Sebastian, there was nothing that wasn't mocked or critiqued about that day.
Yeah, that's
You
just
know,
that's people being petty. Just
people showing up, but that's the thing is, like, you have people that are literally going to the actual vigil that weren't welcome and recording it. My whole point of saying all this is, it's a problem. It's become an absolute problem.
Right.
And so what do you do? What do you do? And if people say that this doesn't, you know, block or get in the way of the goal to try to find him, it absolutely does. It causes a big issue. And then you got to remember, not only is the people that are inciting hate against Seth, but you have their followers who believe every single thing that these creators are saying. And so then they go and perpetuate the hate and the drama even more. People are allowed to review and that won't change. No, people are allowed to review. People are even allowed to, well, let me read it off to be fair. People are allowed to review. That won't change. It's public posting. You're talking about commentary. Sorry, it won't. Public actions are allowed to be spoken on. Conflating these things to your issues, nope. No, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it is a part of the bullying and harassment. It's been perpetuated, and don't blame me for tying these things together. The people that are tying these things together are the ones that are actively coming against creators like myself who are supporting Seth. But to say that it's merely commentary, that's not true at all. You're not allowed to sit there and call somebody a predator. You can't sit there and tell people that Seth Rogers, how do I even say this? Engaged in, relations with a child.
See, that's the part that gets me is Seth came out and said that first.
Let me correct you. Predator is different than pedophile or sexual predator. Like, for instance, when I said Savage was looking into my daughter, looking into her car, and I said that's predatory behavior, that's predatory, not sexual predator, not a sexual predator. That is a predator. Now, what she's talking about is a pedophile.
Yeah.
That is what Seth was referred to as, because they said Katie was young when they dated or got together.
Yeah.
Child. Those things are being spoken.
That was said.
So it seems to me that Brittany and Betty can review everything and pick apart people, and Betty especially, not Brittany, but Betty can call everybody names, she can pick on everybody's appearance, their jobs, everything. But if anybody even says that the t-shirts you made were disrespectful towards a child, in my opinion, we're all in the wrong. And the vigils, would you not, if you're going to have a vigil for your child, why would that not be open to the public? Surely you would want people to come. Because as far as I know, nobody's looking into the people that are hosting these events. The only reason it got done last time is because Seth brought it up, or Tony, don't quote me on that, brought it up that it was the dog home, and the dog home was looking into people's criminal records and stuff.
I agree. I think everything brought up about the age thing has been all Seth, and people can do the math themselves. I mean, it doesn't require some genius to figure all that out, in my opinion.
It's just bizarre to me. I really don't understand it. Because if people actually thought about it, the only reason I think they've held Seth's electronics back is because Sebastian was left there all night, and Sebastian could well have had conversations with people online, and that's why they're keeping it, because they need to look into it more. It's
I
got
agree
nothing
about
to do
that.
with Seth. It's the fact that they, or Brittany and Betty, they think we're coming after them personally when we're not. But when they're supporting somebody who's come out openly, in my opinion, and stated that he got somebody pregnant under the age of 18 twice, why are we criticized for
People are
that?
gonna have their opinions. I mean, that's just that, you know.
Yeah.
Keith, you're up here.
Yeah, what's up,
Hey,
Queen
I'm
D?
gonna,
What's up,
I'm gonna,
everybody?
I'm gonna leave y'all. Y'all have a great day. I'm gonna go and celebrate my husband's birthday. Y'all have a wonderful day.
You
Okay,
too.
bye, sir.
Talk to
You
you
too.
later,
Take care.
Bye. Y'all have a great night.
Yeah, have a good night.
How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Just
What you
got
think
back from
about
the
all
bar.
this craziness?
Woo, yo, this craziness is something else. I mean, it's like, man, this
I
is
feel like
definitely something else right here.
the true crime community has turned into, if you say something I don't like, I'm gonna file a lawsuit on you. If you talk about me in the wrong way, I'm gonna file a lawsuit on you.
It's not YouTube anymore. It's definitely SueTube.
Yeah, it's SueTube. That's right. It's turned into SueTube.
Yeah, this is like, man, folks suing people
You
left and
get a
right.
lawsuit. You
The
get a
most.
lawsuit. You get a lawsuit.
Damn. So I'm like, everybody get a lawsuit? Like, it's nuts, man. So, wow.
Yeah, it's became SueTube. That's right.
Yeah. That's a sad reality of it, though, but, you know.
You say something, you know, somebody doesn't like, you talk about them and you know. Like, and just all of a sudden, bam, file a lawsuit and put all kinds of bullshit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
They
just
can
one of
put
those
all
things
kinds
now.
of stupid shit in it.
Yeah.
And then you have to fucking pay a lawyer to have, first of all, you got to pay a lawyer for a consultation. Then once you have your consultation with your attorney, if you want to hire them, you have to, you know, make sure you pay your retainer and, you know, have the money coming in or being able to pay for him. And then you have, like I said, you have 21 days from here. I don't know how it is there. It might be different there. I don't know how it is in Pennsylvania, but here, you, once you're served, have 21 days to hire an attorney and respond to the lawsuit.
I think it actually stated that on the last page of their filing as well.
Oh, is it like that there too?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that when they read the paperwork out last night, that they said they've got 20 days or 21 days to respond to it.
Yeah, like I said, that's how it is here. So I don't know how it is there, but
the verbiage in that, in the whole suit that they filed, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, some of the stuff they're asking for is not only impossible, but it's immoral. You can't ask your followers and that. I mean, yeah, you can tell the followers not to be horrible to people, but you can't shut your followers up. And unless Betty's chat's going to be turned off and they're going to stop saying all the hateful, hurtful stuff they are about Chris and Katie, they're going to get responses. They're going to get people having opinions, and it's not going to be nice. That's the whole thing. It's not turned into looking for Sebastian anymore. All this is who can out-petty who. And that's exactly what this lawsuit is, in my opinion.
Lawsuit, man. It's like, man.
well,
Especially
SF Investigates posted this. I'll pull it real quick and we'll read it. So I'm not sure if like they're going. There must be something. I don't have. I mean, like I have the Twitter or whatever, but I keep fucking. It keeps like booting me out. So I have to reset my password and then I have to get in there, and it's just fucking annoying. So anyhow, I don't really get on there like that. But there must be something going on Twitter, because there's all kinds of shit going. Like there's all kinds of like screenshots and shit, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I don't go to Twitter. I've got TikTok, I've got Twitter, I can't do them both.
It just sucks because I can't get in my stupid Twitter to see.
Yeah.
Twitter, man. Twitter's something else. It's like a giant text message to the world, pretty much. Think about it.
I don't know. Like I said, it's a very real lawsuit. For anybody who thinks it's not, it is. It is very real. Like it is not. It's not bullshit.
No, it's not, but it hasn't been filed and accepted yet. That's the only thing.
Well, but it's still been filed, though. I mean, it's still filed. That's the thing.
Sorry, I meant accepted. Sorry, I meant accepted and ruled upon. Like nobody said that the judge hasn't signed off on it.
No, but they still have to answer. They still have to answer it. You know, like that's the thing. They still have to answer the allegations against. You know, like the allegations in this lawsuit.
Yeah, unless they've got plans to drop it.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
is
I
why.
mean, I don't know. I mean, and who knows what's going on with that? I don't know. Maybe they do. Like I said, I don't know the specifics of everything. I skimmed through what I could and read what I could. You know what I'm saying? But I just.
Yeah, I've
I think
seen
it's
it
all.
all. I've read it all.
I really do. And they said, like, you know, some people say that this is like for, you know, just because. Some people think it's for revenge. Some people like I said, in your opinion, do you feel like this was filed as like a revenge? I don't. In my opinion, I don't. I think it was already planned well before the court dates, to be honest, because they already said that. Well, and it takes a while to work on these. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't just make them like you don't just come up with a thing like that 83 pages overnight.
Yeah, I understand that.
And it's got exhibits and all that. So I mean, it's had to have been being worked on for a while, or at least you know, put together. In my opinion, I mean,
unless we're actually named in it, we've got no right to see the.
Well, I said, do your own research, you guys. I mean, you can find it yourself, read it yourself, you know, make your own assumptions. Nothing's stated here as a fact. It's all entertainment purposes only, you know, we're just talking here. It's not based on fact. You got to do your own research and make your own, you know, make your own assumptions.
Yeah, I did go to look and read it all, but I just don't understand some of the claims they're making. Like half of it, I'd say 70% of it has got nothing to do with Granny.
Yeah, see, I don't.
And this is all supposed to be about Sebastian. It's none of it is about Sebastian. None of it, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, allegedly.
Yes, that's the sad reality of it, though, because honestly, I thought this whole thing was about Sebastian, but by the looks of it, I mean, it ain't. It's just, you know, these lawsuits keep adding up, and it's just going to be more money coming out of people's pockets for that lawsuit.
Well, right. I mean, we still have to, that's the thing. You're still going to have to hire an attorney and respond to it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I mean, I don't know how he said. I don't know how well, because I think they got to be served. And if that was Nick, I mean, we don't know if it was or not. But if it was, and he said it could be off the, it could be out of there by Monday and off there by Tuesday or something along them lines, then I don't know. Maybe that's something they want to talk to him about or talk to the lawyer about or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Barbecue Lady said she already had a lawyer hired. And that lawsuit has said somebody from I think they said somebody from the TikTok lawyer, or a lawyer from TikTok or something. She's the one that responded as well. So I think Barbecue Lady retained her because that's kind of what the law, like in my opinion, that's what it made it sound like.
Yeah. But I don't understand how she knows. But then when Barbecue come on the panel the other day, she stated that she's never spoken to Chris and she doesn't want to speak to Chris. But when she came on the day that I shouted at her, that was the day that she said she was texting Chris and she had Chris's phone number and she could ring him. So I don't understand that. And to be fair, I don't care. It's Barbecue Lady. I don't like the girl personally. But you can't contradict yourself on that when you know it's all going to be clipped. And if you've said it on one live stream, you're not going to get away from it. So I just don't know. I don't know how they can order someone to
Well,
help.
yeah, I think Granny would have to have her own attorney, period. I don't think they can both have the same attorney.
I wouldn't if I was Granny.
Because I'm just saying I don't think they can. I think that's like a conflict of interest. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know how Pennsylvania works, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they can.
I'm not sure how it works either, but some states I guess you have like you need like a different attorney or something, because that's like basically before them. If you're on trial, they got their paperwork and stuff, and it's just like pay that money, make sure they have money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But then it says in the lawsuit that they don't want money; they just want them shut up.
Right. That's what that one statement was saying. Something about they don't want money. They just they wanted the attorney fees paid, but they're not asking for like 50,000 or 100,000 or like some outrageous amount.
Yeah.
Which
but I don't know whether that's just something in. They've put it in like a pre thing, so they're not going
like I
to
said,
money.
people got to do their own, make your own assumptions, do your own research. Like I said, nothing stated as fact. You got to make your own assumptions, do your own research. Form your own opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta follow your instincts.
That's right.
Very good.
And as I stated, this is all my opinion only. It's got nothing to do with anything that Queen believes.
Yep. The opinions of guests do not reflect on me, but like I said, it's entertainment purposes. So do your own research. The lawsuit's there. You guys can read it. It's not hidden. It's filed. It's on the docket. It is filed. Like, it is real. It is legit. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is there. It's not a bullshit lawsuit. Like, it's not bullshit. It is real. I promise you guys. I'm not lying to you. It is real.
I believe that.
I mean, there's people that are saying it's not. No, it really is fucking real.
SF's post.
Yeah, he's been going off on his Twitter, man. He has been just lighting it up.
Yeah, I don't know his legal background or anything.
Yeah,
but I think it's bad advice to say that
I'm really not.
They shouldn't worry about it. I'd worry about it. So pretty much, yeah.
So
Phoenix is Amy, isn't it?
We are back to square one. I mean, I think we've been around the blocks. Like, I think we've went in circles around the square so much it's turned into a circle.
Yeah.
And I believe, I feel like, in my opinion, we're like chasing our tails at this point.
Yeah. Is Phoenix Amy?
It seemed like a wild goose chase at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does. It really does. I mean, it's exhausting. Shit.
It all needs bringing back to Sebastian. All of it.
Yeah.
This is not fair. I feel so bad for Seth.
I'll have to get in there and reset my password again. I got it last night so we could look at it. And I tried to get it this morning. You know what I mean? I popped in it, let me in there this morning, but now I'm locked back out of the fucker again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just tried to log into it again. But anyhow, hold on. Granny's watching. Thank you, because she's only trying to help this horrible situation. What? Hold on. Did I miss something?
Yeah, I think I've missed something.
We'll see. In my opinion, with Barbecue Lady, I think it's because she was involved with blip boards and things like that.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Barbecue.
I mean, it's not real until there's attorney signatures on the paperwork. As of no, there is no signatures, just paperwork. Well, the lawyer, the attorney filed it. Joseph Lesniak, he filed it. Bruce's name is on there too. Like those are real attorneys.
Yeah.
They're the ones that filed the paperwork. There's a case number.
Just to be clear, I'm not saying anybody's done anything illegal, but I'm not saying that barbecue's not wrong in what she said, and that's my opinion. She did something off the back of Sebastian. I don't believe in it. I don't agree with it. I think it's horrible.
Well, it's stamped. I mean, and it's on the website. I mean, it's on. How would it be in the website on the docket if it's not filed? If it's not there, she just hasn't been served. Oh, case number, yes.
Somebody sent you an email, I think, Queen.
A bit too late because of her direct dealings with Tony in the beginning. If anyone has anything to answer, I think it could be her.
That's what I'm saying. Beautiful disaster. It's just, I'm not saying she's done anything legal. I'm not saying that she's necessarily done anything wrong. All she's had is her opinion. But the fact is she set up that funding for the blip boards, which she raised so much money and she put out so much publication for Sebastian, which is wrong for them going after her for just trying to help Sebastian. But then, personally for me, my issue was what came after that. I don't think she was wrong for doing the blip boards at all, but what she did after that, I think she was wrong.
I'm gonna go check my email real fast. Hold on one sec.
I mean, she was just trying, I guess she was trying to keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't like she was trying to hurt nobody, or do anything illegal or anything like that.
No, this is what I'm saying, Keith. This is more of my personal morals. I couldn't have done that. She went and put out a fundraiser for £25,000 just to help herself, which I believe is absolutely wrong because she did that on the back of Sebastian. That's all I'm saying. It's not the blip boards. I had every respect for her for that. I stood up for her for the blip boards. People were having a go at her and I stood up for her for that. But then after that, it's just my personal morals. You don't do it. It's poor integrity. It's not, you're going off the back of a child. And I've just seen a comment and I don't know who said it, but I am not saying anybody stole any money at all. She got that blipboard money and she did it for the blipboards. The money, the £25,000, somebody paid that. And instead of
Who
taking
said it was
GoFundMe
£25,000?
That's what Barbecue Ladies GoFundMe was for. 25 grand so she could get the.
Okay, I thought you were talking about what she raised. Well, she went on the news and said that they had raised like $22,000.
Yeah, I don't know how much it was for the blipboards, but I'm on about the legal expenses. She put that GoFundMe up for 25
Oh yeah,
grand.
I forgot about that. Didn't she take that down though after we talked
I
to her?
don't know if she took it down because that's what I had the argument with her about. Because
Oh, okay, maybe she didn't.
somebody paid that 25 grand retainer, allegedly, but then she went on and she left that page up. Now that's just my morals and my integrity. I wouldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't have even put it up there in the first place because she got the cease and desist and she could have just been quiet and she never. So therefore she needed a lawyer.
Right.
So I'm not saying that she's done anything wrong. The blipboards were fantastic. That were great.
Well, see, and I thought there was, from my understanding, there was like 3 or 4 girls that collected money, wasn't there? So wouldn't all of them have to be?
You'd think so. You'd think it'd have to include all 3 of them, but that's only for the blipboards. I don't think she did anything wrong on the blipboard. She put all the receipts up and everything. For me, it's what came after.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know the lady personally, but I don't know. I don't agree with it. And for them to say that she's going after Sebastian because of the blipboards, that shouldn't even be in there. That's wrong. She was trying to help to get Sebastian found. But then
Well,
I don't
mean,
know what.
honestly, I think they all were. I think, you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know the ins and outs of the blipboards.
yeah, I don't
So
really either. I mean, we went over it a couple of times, but I
straight over my head.
never really, you know what I mean, got too into that. So
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure about that, but you know,
honestly, I don't really know too much. Like I said, I mean, when I, you know what I mean, listened to what the girls had to say about him, the ones that did them, but I really don't know how any of it works. To be honest, I've never done one. I've never had one. I don't know anything about them.
No. I don't know. This whole thing just feels wrong to me. It's none of it's been done for Sebastian. None of it. Nothing that is done is for Sebastian, in my opinion.
Yeah, it seems just, in my opinion, it seems like it's getting way out of hand, and hopefully it can be reeled back in. Because in my opinion, it's going to get to a point where nobody's going to want to even speak his name at all, and that's sad.
yeah,
Shannon,
it's,
Be
I'm
a
not
sad
saying.
fucking day, man.
Shannon,
that
I'm
is
not
the
saying that
reality of it,
barbecue
though.
was wrong for trying to crowdfund for illegal expenses. I'm saying she was wrong for doing it off the back of Sebastian's case. I'm saying she was wrong for keeping it up after somebody paid it. And that's my opinion. I'm not saying she was wrong to go out and crowdfund for legal expenses. Good on her. It's the way she did it. And if you don't understand that, I'm sorry. But that's my opinion and that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, the way the situation is just like it's gotten out of control to where it's like, you know what I'm saying, they gonna forget about, you know, Sebastian and then just go on this whole ring circus. And you know what I'm saying, it's just not gonna be like, you know.
Yeah, it's sad because you know what? In the end, the one that suffers the most out of this, in my opinion, is Sebastian, and that sucks, man.
Yeah. It's
Just like
definitely
it's been a
unfortunate
lost one.
that he has to suffer through that. You know, it's definitely unfortunate about that.
Yeah, I just think it's unfortunate that when he gets back, he's got to come back to all this havoc. And I
Yeah,
can't even imagine what that's going to do to him. You know, his parents fighting, he's
well, and
got
he loves his
strangers.
dad just as much as he loves his mom. And, I mean, in
Don't
my
deny
opinion,
that.
he loves both
Yeah,
of his parents. You know, I mean, what kid doesn't? I mean, come on, man.
Right.
exactly. And I'm not even saying that Seth's more to blame for it. I'm just saying, when Sebastian comes back, he's got to face all this backlash. He's going to have his friends calling him out for what people have said on the internet about him. He's got to deal with all that. And
that's the thing too, is hopefully that doesn't happen, you know. I mean, but it's hard to say one way or another because, you know, like these kids these days are living in a whole different world than we grew up in. Like, you know, we grew up in like when you ride your bikes outside and hang out at your friends, you know what I mean? Like you would know your friends were all at the house by, you know, all the bicycles outside or, you know, whatever.
yeah.
Nowadays it's like something happens and the Snapchat is saying like seconds and the entire school knows, you know, something bad happened in seconds.
Yeah.
And nowadays, kids walk through the halls, they like, next thing you know, they saying your name, but for the wrong reasons. And, you know, just because of all the backlash and they got to deal with it. Then they got to figure out, you know, things just don't say the same way they begin. And how they going to try to, you know, move forward through it without just, you know, going through all the controversy.
Yeah. And I think the main point is everybody just wants Sebastian brought home.
Right.
The rest of it just needs to stop. It's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous now. That is a law unto herself, but everybody else is just chiming in, and it's just egos against egos, and it's just wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody should be focused on Sebastian.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, people just want Sebastian home. They just want him home. They want him found. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things. But I'm going to jump down Queen, thank you for having me up. Thank you for letting me say my opinion.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming up and sharing your opinion. I appreciate you.
No worries. I'll see you later. Bye, Keith.
It's good
Later,
seeing you. Take care. Keep on your show. Keep on your late show.
I will do.
All right, Keith. I think I'm gonna hop off here for a little bit and get some stuff done.
I got you. I
Appreciate
got
you
you.
hanging out.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No problem.
Yes,
I'm
I
about to take a little nap here and just relax and chill.
I know that's right.
Um,
I know that's right. I gotta get some shit done myself and do the same. You know.
Yeah.
But I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and yeah, we'll pop on here later. I'll be on here later tonight to shoot the shit.
I got you. I got you.
All right, I'll catch you on the flip side, man.
Okay. Keep on your light, Sean. Miss Queen B. Take care.
Yep, you too, Bob. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you guys showing love, and thank you guys for being here and sharing your thoughts and opinions. Like I said, do not show harm or show hate or, to anyone mentioned in this live stream. Do not show hate to anybody mentioned on these YouTube streets in here that don't go into chats and don't go into their channels or whatever and make rude comments, etc. Offensive comments, however you want to say it. Anyways, have a good afternoon. I will catch you on the flip side. I'll be on here later. We'll see y'all. Thank you for spending the afternoon with me.